Wait. Is my microphone picking up more sounds? Oh, I think it can hear my air conditioner now. I changed my microphone. Oh, hi, by the way. Hello. Hello. I'm not Stinky Bob. Hi, Dr. Smilex. Hi, Bob. Hello, everybody else. How are you all doing? I forgot to change the chalkboard drawing, but I didn't really have time. I've been falling behind a little today. That's partly because I was like, oh my gosh, I've got 3 races to do. I've got 3 races to do in Uma Musume to, you know, finish the event before it ends. So I could get 150 carrots so I could roll again to get Narita Brian, and I failed. I failed to get Brian. I want Brian just because of the name Brian. Also, she looks cool. Hi! Hi, Trashy D. Trashy D! You're here. Hi, TA. Hello. You can't hear for AC. Oh, wait, give me a moment. Yeah, my microphone says it's picking up sounds when I'm not speaking. Okay, AC should be turning off soon. Yeah, now it's not picking up the sounds. Yeah, it's picking up the sounds for AC. I'd recently tried changing some microphone settings so that I could hear more. So that you could hear me more. Oh, maybe it's because I changed the limiter. Properties, not properties. Let me check my filters on it. Well, how is everyone doing? I hope you are doing well. Yeah,
not Stinky, then Banana.
No, limiter. Compressor. EQ. Expander. Da 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 da. Okay. Threshold -20. I don't know. Never mind. I hope it's okay and the air conditioner's not super loud. I'm not a banana. No, I'm not a stinky banana. Stop eating me. Stop eating. Hello. Oh, but we got stuff. Just got back from work for this stream, so pretty good. How is everyone else? Oh, I'm doing okay. I've actually got tummy ache. I've got big old tummy aches, and it's mean to me. Yeah, I've had tummy ache for most of the day, but if I know it's like falling behind, I was like, should I eat before the stream? Yes, I should, because if I wait till after, I'm probably going to be dizzy. 2, I'm not going to have time to make a schedule on the thumbnails and stuff, and I want to do member stream next week. Hi, Empress Whiteball, yeah. Oh goodness, do you want to see the stuff I've been working on? I've been working on stuff off stream. I made our Venom Crawler, and by ours I mean mine. Yeah, and I was like, I want to make it a bit unique and stuff, so I found some like spare scout parts, and so there's now a scout just being nommed on. It's like, yeah, and it's like having his legs all eaten up. I tried making it so like the green stuff goes up to its teeth and like little strands, so when it's all painted up you'll be able to see bloody strands. Oh, you can see better at this angle. So like his legs are being mulched up and he's like covered in venom and acid. So one of the things I've done is, it's hard to tell on this, but if you look, like the Aquila looks all melty, and like these parts at the bottom, I basically used plastic glue now that I've got a new batch of plastic glue to try melting it. Then I scratched it up and I added more plastic glue, then I scratched it up again. So hopefully it looks all melty. Either way, I can paint in it being all melty and stuff. And maybe add some liquid green stuff to him. And I scratched up his eye too. So it looks like he got shot by venom and like mostly splashed onto his legs. I also tried making a connect between like the green stuff towards the mouth and the green stuff towards him. So it's like hopefully, once it's painted up, it will look like torn trousers that are all melted and stuff, going into bloody flesh. Neon green acid like xenomorph. Maybe I'll do... No, I don't think I want to do neon green. Although maybe, because then it will pop a lot more and it'll be more clear what's going on. Oh, your legs are kind of sore. Oh, is it from the hike? From a rotating cage of biomat to the machine god free me. Rotting cage of biomat. Oh, yeah. It's not my best green stuff work. I'm still getting used to it and still getting used to these new tools, but I thought it'd just be fun. I've also been trying to finish up some Space Marines. I was working on them today. Oh yeah, I finally figured out what I want to use my Primaris company champion for, as I told you. I didn't want him to look like a company champion. I want to use him as a lieutenant in my Defense Force detachment. And I had this resin 3D, it might be 3D printed, might not be, but I ordered like some little bits and stuff and they gave me some extra bits that I didn't order, and one of them was this Power Fist. But I realised after gluing to him was probably for a Terminator. But you know, maybe it's just that Crimson Fist character everyone likes building conversions for. With a giant Power Fist. Oh, but yeah. He's got a bolt pistol. P'too, p'too, p'too. And he's got this. This is probably actually from a Phobos Marine. Maybe. Or maybe it's an intercessor arm. I don't know. Either way. It's pretty fun. And oh yeah, he's got his bolt rifle there, so he can be... Because he's meant to have a master-crafted bolt rifle and a Power Fist. It's also got... You can't see very well here, I guess, but if I bring it closer, maybe it would actually be able to focus on it. It's got the Primaris Company Champion head. I was planning to replace it, but I think it's pretty cool. It's fitting for a lieutenant. It's got laurels on. Hi, Nano Fate. Big hand of the Emperor. Oh, it focuses for like half a second on him. Okay, focus. Maybe if I do this, it'll be easier. No, why? I've got it in the center of the camera. Focus on it. No, it just wants to focus down here. It doesn't want to focus down here when I've got models down here, but when I'm trying to bring them up. Oh, okay, there you go. It works now. Okay, now it's not focusing very well again. But either way, he's got little laurels on his head. It's hard to make out the details because it doesn't want to focus on him at all. I could manually change a focus on it, but that's annoying. That's a really blurry marine. It is. Okay, if I hold it like this and then do that. Will it? No, I need to like, take up the entire camera with my hand. Press focus button. There you go. It works now. Yeah, it's got these laurels on its head. You can see now. Also, there's the Power Fist. It doesn't have any cool details on it, sadly. But it is a big old fist. It's actually using the Terminator shoulder pad as well. Keeping my hands steady here is difficult. But yeah, it's got a proper backpack, proper master rifle. Oh yeah, it's got a little skull on it. Oh, it's once again going a bit blurry. But either way, you saw the laurels. It's nice. Oh gosh. And then I've got... What else do I have? Oh yeah, I had this guy, right? Because... Oh wait, did I ever show you? I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I built a new Cinchian sergeant for my
IMMA tank.
Nemesis Claw
IMMA
Noise
tank.
Marine. My
IMMA
Nemesis
tank.
Claw Siege
IMMA
Marines.
tank.
Siege Nemesis Claws. Oh. Yeah, here he is. My Siege Nemesis Claws. We got a new sergeant. I gave him the Master Sorcerer head from the Siege Sorcerer we've got. With his little exalted icon. I also gave him... Oh no, I did. I gave one of the other Marines a Siege shoulder pad. But yeah, to make it... And I also gave him this arm from... Is it the Siege kit? Yeah, it's the Siege kit. So he's pretty cool. Why are you a tank? I'm not a tank. Wait, I'm a tank. Oh, wait, you're saying... Anthony's there. Hi, Anthony. I missed this message. I'm a tank. I'm a tank. I'm a tank. Sorry, I didn't have my headphones on either. You're not. Can you believe it? You're not a tank, even if you believe it. Arc belief isn't that strong. And generally, if you believe you're a tank and you can take a number of hits, your belief will slowly morph your body one way or another. Whether it be like Gaskell Thacker, and it means that you get caught by a pain boss who decides to, you know, upgrade you into the ultimate arc, melding you with machine, or whether you become like one of the massive arc war bosses who are just that big through sheer brutality and size. But yeah, this is the sergeant, but he replaced him, so now he is the sergeant for my unaligned. So Chaos Undivided Legionnaires. So I used the book from the, not Dark Commune, the other one, Dark Apostle kit we got through Combat Patrol magazine, and I gave him a Night Lord head. Yeah. So that's for the Burning Book psychic weapon you can get for your Legionnaires. Then I used the Chainsaw Glaive at the Nostrum half, and then took the axe head from the Power Axe in the Legionnaire kit and cut off the chainsaw bit, added the axe on. So that's a heavy melee weapon. It's just to differentiate them from the Nemesis Claws that have the chainsaw axe. Then I gave them this Reaper rotary cannon or whatever it's called, assault cannon. It's not an assault cannon, it's a Reaper chain cannon, that's it. Such a harsh stream, I said I identify as a tank. You have to turn yourself into a tank to be a tank. Do what Gaskell did. Find yourself a pain boy who will turn you into a walking tank. Or like the Mega Knobs. But yeah, I realised I can't put the Chaos icon on this sergeant because he has that cool head thing on. So I put it on the chain cannon. It gets like 6 shots or something, doesn't it? It's ridiculous. And then I got the Havoc auto cannon on them. And the head actually fit from the Havoc squad onto this body properly. I couldn't get it to work here on this dude. Yeah. Pretty cool. Also, it's really interesting how they made this here. It's a prop thing. You got the arms glued on for just stay there. You don't even need to glue it. But I glued it so they would stay there. It was fun. It was interesting. Nano won slots and crashed stream. Oh wait, the stream crashed. I didn't show it on my side. Oh no. Autobots, I'm now turning into a tank. We're back. Yay. Hi. Oh, darn it. I don't know if the stream crashed, but here's the Reaper autocannon. No, the Havoc autocannon, and where the Havoc kit head actually works properly with a backpack. It didn't on this model. And also was talking about... Where'd it go? Where'd it go? The chaos icon fell off. Oh, you crashed the stream. You broke my it's here. It hurt my foot. It was like stepping on a Lego. A spiky piece of Lego. Oops, sorry. Microphone. But yeah, these bullets, yeah, there's like 3 links together where it jigsaws into one another. And once the arms are glued and the backpack's glued, they just kind of stay there. You don't need to glue them at all. The bullets, they just jigsaw perfectly into place and hold one another with clutch power. Muscles! Okay, glue back on. I'ma eat chaos. You're not allowed to eat chaos. Oh yeah, I got new clippers from the Warhammer shop because my parents went to throw away a load of or to recycle a load of broken up sprues. And I'm like, you know, I need to buy stuff while I'm there. So I got some of these. Well, I got my parents to buy these and this. And then I paid my parents back. This is a mold line remover. Yeah, because for one that comes for start to say it's like this big and it's not that easy to use. But this one, it can just be like mold line, mold line. Honestly, it's actually not that great at destroying mold lines. But you know, maybe I'm just not putting enough force in. Maybe I'm putting too much force in. I don't know. It's not too shabby. It's better than using a knife. Just need a little over 9,000 sprinkles. Why do you need a little over 9,000 sprinkles? What's going on? Oops, wrong one. Advent face glues onto this like that. There we go. Yeah, for new clippers, I want to compare them to like my old clippers, these ones. These are the old precision clippers that Citadel used to sell. And these feel like a much higher quality than these clippers. Although that being said, the spring in this one died years ago, if it ever had a spring. Like, these ones, they bounce back. This one, it just... there's no bounce. One thing, there is some good stuff about it, is in that they're thinner. So they can get into the sprue a lot easier. They're probably the similar weight, actually. On top of this, they're actually thinner in terms of, you know, width of the metal as well, thickness. So thinner in width and thinner in thickness. But I find they're not actually quite as sharp as this. This has a much better blade on it and it's ancient. Where this is... I do have a lot more difficulty trying to do very fine, close to the model cuts. Like, if you have a bit of sprue left, but just the tiniest bit, this struggles to grip and cut it out properly, where this is more like going at it with a knife. Not quite as good as the God Hand, where you've got the very thin cutty bit here, and the slightly thicker anvil part here, which is very good for getting rid of those little niggly bits. Wow, he'd a big lot, boss. You need to get to 69,420 sprinkles. Oh my gosh. I wish you all the luck. Yeah, and they're not as thin as these God Hand ones. So they're not quite as nice, but they are thinner in terms of width, and they're a lot longer. So it's a lot easier getting into the niggly bits of the sprue to clip them off with these things. But this gives you a much cleaner, nicer cut in the end. Although, as you can see, these ones are quite fragile. The nib already broke on them. I've not had them for that long. And these things are like half the price of these ones. I'm not surprised. Like, these ones don't feel of the same quality. Like, this feels like a much better quality clipper than these ones. I'm not really surprised because I think this cost more than this one. And this was however many years ago. I got this one years and years and years ago. Back when I was a kid. And it costs more than what this one does today. So if you take into account inflation, this one probably costs around as much as this one. If you take into account inflation. It's like, what? Oh, it already broke. Darn, that's poor quality. It's these God Hand clips. I mean, they broke after a couple of weeks, but it's just because the metal is so incredibly thin. But that's kind of what you want. You want this very thin, very sharp edge so that you get very clean, very nice cuts. And it does very thin, very nice, very clean cuts. But that thin metal is also very fragile. So when trying to do stronger cuts that require a stronger clipper, it ultimately broke. So that means I often, depending on what I'm cutting, I often switch between these two. But now I find this one's just generally a better all-purpose clipper. I kind of want to sharpen the edges though, because this is not sharp at all. It's like, Oof. Also, we got I got an Imperial Laurel. A collectible coin. I never even knew we could get that this month still. Actually, it comes off. Oof. It's an Imperial Laurel, so I'm guessing it's meant to be an Imperial currency. Warhammer. Made in China. It says so on the back, made in China. Yeah. But yeah, this is... I do question the design of this. Like, this would be an extremely easy design to make counterfeits of. Like, if you look at modern coins, they often are made with like 2 or 3 different colours of metal that link together. They often have these weird serrated, kind of serrated edges, you know, the rough edges. And it's all just to make it so that you can't chip bits off it, because if you chip bits off it, it breaks up the serrated edge. It's very clear what you've done. And on top of that, it makes it very hard to make counterfeits of. They also continuously do new prints of coins and stuff with dates and different designs on them. And this is all trying to make them harder to counterfeit. To a point where there's no point trying to counterfeit for coins, because it would be so expensive to counterfeit them that the counterfeiting of the coins would never pay itself off. And on top of this is if they realise there's too many coins. The only way to make a good counterfeit as a result of a coin is literally just to make an exact copy of a coin. And that doesn't really matter, because what they do now is they collect the coins so they can make sure that there's only ever a certain amount in circulation. If it ever seems like there's too much, well, they can just go to the banks, collect coins on them and destroy them. So they can maintain an easy circulation of them. But yeah, that has none of these designs. That has no dates on it, no star dates, nothing. It's got no serrated edges. It doesn't have. It's all nice and cylindrical. It's like, what? So for 4, I should get 40,000 Warhammers, Horrors of Heresy. Yeah, why are you doing gambas? Why are you gambling? But yeah, so that suggests to me that instead the coin is worth how much it's worth because of the material it's made of. If it was like in the Imperial. So maybe it's made out of platinum or something. I don't know. Or it's meant to be. I mean, obviously this coin isn't, but do like the actual Imperial laurel. So it's made out of a material that has worth. So it doesn't matter if it's a counterfeit or not. As long as it's made of the correct material, you can just weigh it and that's how much it's worth. That's what it suggests to me based on this. Oh, so I'm guessing that they'd have the dates and stuff here instead of Warhammer symbol. I mean, I guess maybe this angular bits in the middle could be part of it, making it harder to counterfeit, but I doubt it. I don't know. But yeah, I was just looking at it thinking, okay, well, how is this used? How does the Imperial currency work then? Or maybe they might have serial numbers on the back. I don't know. Because gamble. No, don't gamble! Oh, by the way. Oh yeah, this guy. I don't know why the Primaris company champion actually feels kind of small. Like compared to a normal intercessor, he feels short. Like look at that. And the head even feels slightly smaller than a normal intercessor head. Like when it says Primaris, it's not like a firstborn Primaris, is it? Where you've got the Primaris Rhino, but it actually just means command Rhino. It doesn't mean Primaris Marine. It just means command. Maybe the Primaris Company champion is just like first champion, not... Oh no, hi Night Parade! Darn, you a dupe. Drinking. I'm guessing currency in the Imperium works similar to currency in the Holy Roman Empire. In which, because the Holy Roman Empire was basically made out of multiple countries and counties and all sorts with so many different rulers in the middle of them, they had just a very basic kind of system for it. I say basic, that's relatively complicated. But I think it was like all weight of coins and so on. And the Imperium being so large and so diverse, I imagine its currency is only valued based on the weight of a metal and the type of metal it's made out of. And they'll probably have ways to test for metals, like for purity and so on, and exactly what they're made out of. And then you can just weigh it and, you know, sell it that way. That's what I'd guess. But yeah, if a system, if a system was more robust, that if they had a more robust communication and bureaucracy network, they could easily have a currency system like today. But with with a lack of robustness to it, I don't think so. And I think a lot of like the trade and stuff, how it's done, is like it's either done by the state or it's done for material, like on the larger scale. You wouldn't trade it for like so many Imperial credits or laurels or whatever. You'll be trading it for, hey, you give me a whole load of guns, I give you a whole load of wheat, kind of thing. When it comes to large scale trade. I'm guessing that sort of stuff. I should look that up. Oh. But what else did I get? Oh yeah, I got some grass tufts. Grass tufts. Yeah. I asked for one set of grass tufts and my father decided to get both of them instead. It's like, I said either or is fine. And he's like, I'll just get both. Which would be fine if I wasn't paying him back. But yeah, I already have some grass tufts. But yes, you can see there's not many. And I like using the grass tufts along with my gravel. I got a whole load of gravel. Yeah. I need to get more of it. I also have some of this like weird grass stuff, but I might like have a couple of models with this and then maybe a tiny bit of gravel around the edges. I like using this to like create bushes. And then I got some rocks. And then I got this white powder that is snow. It's definitely snow. Oh, never show white powder on stream, Cupcon. The people won't understand it. I'm allowed to make these jokes. No, no one's allowed to make the jokes. Yeah, I use the grass tufts like they do here. Sorry, incredibly bright. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But it's not just the front part, it's a back part too. Oh, I need to get like... Oh yeah, here's my other starter set clippers. Actually, I've got to take them out of this box. There you go. I wonder if would these fit in here? No, I need a bigger... I need a little bigger plastic box of them. More self-sufficient colonies probably trade for coin. Potentially. I imagine the coin they trade for would be coin that's got a value to it, like in its own weight. Like gold or platinum or some other material. Barjoes probably trade foodstuffs, raw materials and simple parts of advanced systems and weapons. Self-sufficient probably trade for coins. I imagine a lot of them would probably trade for some sort of coin, or do you know, something that has a weighted value to it. Alternatively, the administrator might have a laurel system going on, or do you know, its own sort of currency, and certain wealthy people and so on might be able to guarantee, hey, if I give you this stuff, if I give you 20,000 laurels, and it won't even be trading in coin, it will just be literally saying, hey, I'll contact the administratum or my bank or something, and they'll trade you the number for it. Do you know how our banks kind of work? I imagine for particularly wealthy people and for like planetary governments and tech priests and stuff, they might actually have access to proper banking. I don't think your average person does though, or at least if they have a bank, it's like it's only viable on that world. And if they want to take money out for another world, they'd have to trade for coins that have material value. But I'm not sure. Ghillie Soup Marines, but with grass and snow. Yay! You can do that, and you've got texture paints now that allow you to do that sort of stuff. Oops. Okay, I got a box of bits here. of organised bits. They're all in, you know, the little plastic baggies. But I've also got a plastic baggie filled with plastic baggies. Here we go. Oh, it's a Warhammer plastic baggie. And one of these plastic baggies, like this one, is a perfect size for our grassy grass tufts. Be careful. I should probably put something between them. Like a transfer sheet. Where's the transfer sheet? I got some very tiny transfer sheets. Too big. Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
That's it. This party is annoying me. As DM, I make you draw the bag of many bags.
Yay! Okay, now I need to put my bags in the bag, which goes in the box, which goes on top of the other box. But yeah, I've got like organised bit system in here. Doesn't look that organised, but trust me, it is. Oh yeah, this is our favourite tank, the Malcador Infernus. As opposed to a deck of many things. Okay, and this goes here. And this goes here. Which goes, and that closes up. It's perfect. Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay. What we're actually here for and what the stream advertises itself as. We're here to look at the combat patrol for the salamanders. Wait, no, let me reword this. We're here to look at green things. The greenest, meanest, burniest things around. Green. No. Green guy. Look, green. The big, murny bean and green. Bean and green. The bean and green. The mean and green. The Macari is impotent. No, it's not. Burner boys. No, not burner boys. I mean, kind of. Burner boy. Melty boys. Burny boys. Oh. Yeah, I'm converting these guys, right, into... What am I converting them into? Sausages. Sausages! No, I'm not converting them into sausages. I'm converting them into Black Templars. This dude is going to be a marshal. I'm going to have to trade that hammer for something. Ooh, ooh. Bag of basis. Oh, combat patrol. Well, a nice push fit Infernus Marines. We've seen these plenty of times before. I already have 15. And now I have 25 of them. Ooh, the bikey ATV. Yeah, but actually, this is the main reason I ended up buying this kit. Well, the main reason I was thinking maybe it would be a good idea. Because I bought recently the Indomitus set, which has 3 bikes in it. And I already have 2 of the Spearhead box sets, which each include 3 bikes and 1 ATV, which can make a single unit of 3 bikes and 1 ATV. The Indomitus kit only has 3 bikes in it and no ATV. This has an ATV. So now I have 3 bikes and an ATV. The Indomitus kit's not arrived because it's shipping from America. But yeah, here's the other part. Sorry about that. Here's the other part. Obviously, we're going to build it with a big old melter gun. Oh, and here's Agrax, or whatever his name is. Oh, yeah, that's really fitting for a Black Templar as well as the Salamanders. Do that big old flamey thing. Obviously, we can't have that big salamander symbol on, although it does look kind of like a croup head. Salamanders are successors or cupcakes shaped like marines. No, these are going to be Black Templar. I'm going to convert this guy into a marshal. I'm not going to give him this arm. And I probably won't give him that arm either. I'll give him a plasma pistol in one hand. And a power sword in the other hand. Or power axe. Then we've got our graphics guys. What are they called? Eradicators. Oh yeah, by the way, I changed my way of doing handcams back to... You can't tell yourself. But after watching this last handcam stream and the stream before that, I realised that putting my handcam set up so it's further forward so I can sit up properly without having to shrimp. Yeah, that had some unfortunate side effects that I'm not going to tell you about because you're just going to have people going back onto it. But yeah, I watched back, I was like, oh my gosh, that's not good. Oh, we got Salamander. I actually have a proper Salamander transfer sheet. Sorry, that's really bright, isn't it? And then we've got 5 intercessors, which come with... Do they come with power fists and stuff? Yeah, there's a plasma pistol. There's a power sword. There's unhelmeted marines. Where's a power fist? Oh, Thunderhammer. That's good. Power fist. Yeah. I'm probably going to give him the power for Thunderhammer. But I'm going to use... I might actually just use that sword for my Agrax model and that plasma pistol. You're Black Templar. He's Black Templar. I'm Black Templar. Is there any other Black Templars I should know about? For Emperor, I'm out of here. No. I've got 32,000 points of Black Templar to finish building and painting. But yeah, oh yeah, so the Indomitus kit also comes with 3 Eradicators. So 3 Eradicators. You know, match up with the kit. So then I can have a team of 6 Eradicators. And then I need 6 more Eradicators after that. Oh, it has a cool thing. But yeah, I'm going to build this guy as a marshal. I'm also going to buy the the Imperial Fist, Combat Patrol. I'm also going to get the Black Templar one in the end. Just convert for Emperor's Champion because I already have one. Well, I got my own kit bashed version of an Emperor's Champion. But I got to convert for Emperor's Champion into a Lieutenant. I don't like having to convert these guys. They're not too difficult. I can just get some of my Black Templar Inferno guns and add them to the bodies. But yeah, you got this type of body here where one of the shoulder pads is already attached to a body. If this one's fine, I could just cut away these bits here and then just glue on the correct body. And same with this one, glue on for Black Templar Pyroblast arms, because I've got plenty of spare Pyroblasters from the Black Templar kits. I bet I can just give them some Black Templar shoulder pads. But yeah, I'm going to build 5 of the intercessors as... Oh yeah, and here's the instruction box. Is it called Agrax? I'm opening it. Adrax Agaton. Adrax Agaton. Something like that. Emp's champion gonna get downgraded. I mean, kind of. But he's gonna be more useful as a... Because you can only have one Emperor's Champion in a Crusade. And he'll be more useful as a lieutenant in my defense force. Because the defense force is basically meant to be more of a stationary army. That's just filled with loads of gunny units. So adding him to a gun unit as a lieutenant is really good because then he gets gives some lethal hits, especially on just normal intercessors, where they can get up to 4 attacks from each bolt gun at AP -1. It's ridiculous. Oh. Then we've got our Photon. I've realised I'm going to have to buy 2 more boxes of Photon though, because these guys are surprisingly cheap in points. For only 95 points each. 90 points each, sorry. Never mind. You can either equip them with these Volkite blasters here, or bolt gun and plasma sword, or bolt gun and concussion fist. Yeah. For some reason, I thought you could give them big old bolters. Like bolt guns the size of those Volkites. So I'm going to have 1 squad as with Volkites, and then 1 squad with concussion fists and gun. Actually, I can show it. Made in the UK. So it's really bright, isn't it? This stuff. This thing, I'm not going to build it as a transport variant. I'm building it with a Magna rail rifle or whatever it's called on it, because that's anti-vehicle. I don't actually have a lot of anti-vehicle stuff. But where are we going? If I go to new recruit, I can show you the army list I've got planned of these guys. List. Go down, and then here we go. Topo. Yeah, this is Topo's successful mining company. You know it's successful because it's got successful in the name. He's definitely got you know, the permission from the Photon cause to do this, and from his league. Ignore the fact that Topo has that different people Topo has talked to has said that he got permission from different type of Photon. Depending on who we talk to, they give you a different answer. But yeah, so I'm gonna have, yeah, we got through combat patrol. We're gonna get a Carl. We're gonna get a Carl Pickerton. Halfkin Warriors, Thunderkin, Siphon Berserkers, and Halfguard, as well as 3 Pioneers. So I'm like, ooh, have a good day. Bye-bye, Trashy D. So, yeah, and now I got the Steeljacks, which are way cheaper in points than expected, and the Defender, which is way cheaper in points than 70 points. 70 points for a Magna rifle. Do you know how powerful this gun is? Do you know how powerful? It's strength 14. It does D3 plus 3 damage. It has devastating wounds. It has heavy. AP -4. It only gets 1 attack, mind you. Pretty powerful. And then after it shoots, it can move. It also gets 9-inch whatever. Twin Magna Coil autocannon as well, so it gets 3 re-rolling to wound attacks that are damage 2, AP -1, strength 7. It's pretty cool. Although it's only toughness 7 with 7 wounds and a 4+ armor save and no info, but it can have smoke. But yeah, the plan is these 3 with a defender just like go speeding down one flank of the enemy. Meanwhile, the Thunderkin and Disintegrators just pump down fire onto the enemy. With I'm going to get a Mania Strategist who will be lead for Volkite Disintegrators and go, hi, Nokolako, how you doing? No. Kaluko. That's how you say your name, isn't it? Kaluko. Everybody gangs onto the Reaver Titan pop smoke. Wait, what does smoke do again? It's a stratagem, isn't it? Smoke screen. Benefit of cover and stealth. Oh my goodness. Oh, where did Reaver Titan go? I can't see it. Makes -1 to hit and +1 to your armor save to a maximum of 3+. Oh, that's so good. Memory strategist. Yeah. And then pushing forward will be for Berserkers, Hot, and the Iron Jack's melee weapons are very front of the attack, just like pushing down the center. While the Half Guard will teleport in, and the Halfkin Warriors will follow in behind them to hold down the objectives to capture. And Torpo will be leading the Half Guard. Oh yeah, that's it. I need to get 10 more Halfkin Warriors and Mimir Strategist. But yeah, when I said we're looking at green things today, I wasn't far off. Salamanders and Photon. No, but we won't build the Photon today. I know for new models and for super cool, and we want to look at them. But we don't actually have the rest of my Photon that are coming in for Combat Patrol, so we'll leave them until the Combat Patrol arrives. That has Photon in them. Everyone can't say my name first try. You first did it great. Yay! Thank you. It's not evil.
Torpo's Evil Mining Incorporated.
It's not evil. It's successful. It's very, very successful. Just because all the people died of the last adventure and we made no money doesn't mean it's not successful. No, seriously, my law for the Torpo's Mining Company. Oh, wait, I forgot to look. Dice. Yeah, the law for Torpo's successful mining company is that he's kind of infamous because no one thinks he's serious. Like he works outside for leagues and stuff. Mostly working with the likes of Town and the Imperials outside of league territory. And everyone's like, huh. Well, everyone who knows of him is like, yeah, this is not legit. This goes against the kin. But there might be a secret reason to what he's doing. And while he might claim that the Photon gave him the order to, you know, make this mining company and go and help out different people beyond the worlds of a kin. Smilix gets it. Evil and Carb. Oh, Doof and Smirch. Oh, yeah, I watched the new season of the reboot of what's it called, Phineas and Ferb. It's like, it's pretty fun. Pretty fun. But there we go, we opened them. Oh, look at these dice. Oh my gosh, they're like the same colour as the green map. But how well do they roll? Honestly, pretty well. That's 4 6s. That's 4 Photon faces. That's 4 kin faces. 4 5 5s. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. I just used up all these dice. Look, haven't I? No 3s, 1 2 and 2 1s. That's a pretty good roll on. What is it? 16. 4 9 13 16. Yeah. Dice, all I hear is plastic. I see no dice. Oh, goodness. Yeah, but the entire thing is, maybe he did actually get like, a secret mission from the kin. And from the Photon, sorry. And maybe he is actually searching for something out there. Because every single world he ends up like doing a mining contract with is a world that was once a Dark Age. It's a world that had a lot of earthquakes and seismic activity and was once a thriving world back in the Dark Age of technology. And as a result, it looks like he might be searching for something, like a missing core, some knowledge to help save the Photon cores. Because if you don't know the Photon cores, they're currently the memories being overloaded. And they're slowing down. on the decision-making process, and the entire society is run by these basically massive sentient computers. Yeah, behold my Elfarius innate Turk. But yeah, okay, I've got to take 6 2+ armor saves. I failed one. That's average. Oh, I thought this was really good. There was 1, a 2, a 6, but then there's 3 3s. I thought if there was a 4 and a 5 there as well, that'd be amazing. Okay, 6 up saves. I passed 1. Oh, wait. A 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, and a...
Poor vote and cause. They haven't been updated from Windows 94. And dear God does it show.
Yeah. Poor Photon. Nice colours like Nephritis. Oh. Behold my... Oh, wait. What's that? Big Necron machine. Okay, let's check the other dice as well. 6 2+ saves. The Necron one that can like destroy the Oracle for Orator or something like that. Hi, Seradwin! How are you doing? I saw your little guy pop up on the screen. I was like, oh, Seradwin's here. We passed over 2+ saves. Okay, passing 6+ saves. We passed 2! Oh, these 6 dice are really good. Not a single one on all those dice. Okay, last 4. Passing 2+ saves. All passed. Passing 6+ saves. 1 pass. These are good dice. These are good dice. They love rolling 6s. You know, it's because of the photon head is so big. It just makes it so much lighter on this side. So it always wants to pop on there. No, I just rolled a 1. I rolled a 6. 4. 5. 5. 4. Oh, really good dice. I fell off my bike and broke up. No! I hope you're okay. Do you have to wear a cast on your hand now? Or do you have to... if it's in your finger, do you have to have like a splint on your finger so it's like a stick that you then have bandaged really tightly to your finger so it stays straight, and then your other finger that's not broken is stuck next to it, and then if they're both bandaged up with this stick between them so that you can't bend them? There we go. Oh. Yeah, photon cores. I imagine that if the photon and the Imperium worked really closely together, the tech priests of Mars and stuff, the AdMech, might actually be able to find a ritual to help the photon cores and to waken the last photon that's resting in the... There's a photon that has been asleep for the entire age of a photon life. Like, there's this entire planet, artificial planet, and at the center of it there's a photon core, and it's been asleep for millennia. And if it was ever to be awoken, it could basically fix everything for the photon, for the kin. But yeah, I got a free box of Orc Boys because my Orc Looters didn't have a piece in it. Although I don't think they ever have that piece in it. If I bought another box, they wouldn't have it in. I'm fine. They put me in a temporary cast. Need a cover specialist Monday. Ooh. Now I hope it goes well. So, what you got is this rocket launcher here. And what you might realise is that there's a hand holding that rocket launcher. And there's no arm that corresponds with that hand. Like, there's no arm that's missing a hand on it. Not here. And not here either on the 3 spoos. And equally, you've got this guy here with his with his big shooter, but there's no arm corresponding to it. Like, there's this arm here that goes with a custom blaster, but that's the wrong arm. That's a right arm. You need a left arm that's like that. But there's none in the kit that fit the big shooter. There's a load that fit these looted cannons, and there's some that fit these flamethrowers. So I took, but even in the instruction booklet, it tells you you need this piece. It doesn't tell you to cut one of the arms down or anything. You can barely see, but yeah, you need that piece. And I contacted Games Workshop and were like, yeah, here's a free box of boys. It has some bits you're missing in it. So here we go. Let's unlock some boys. Oh, the Celestial Orrery. Yeah, this is my Celestial Orrery-nator. My Orrery-nator. There we go. That's what I wanted to say. Could you imagine if Doofenshmirtz? I think Doofenshmirtz would be a Necron. Like, yeah, maybe he could be an Admech guy, but I think he'll be more fun as a Necron. Like, do you know, with Tarzan. I'm calling him Tarzan. Because Tarzan's a good name for a Necron. Trizan the Collector. For the war! This is my war-inator. Either that or be an Orc mech boy. One or the other. Oh gosh. My screen just turned off. It's back. There's a random base in here. By itself. Yeah, because you can build 11 Orcs with these guys. But if you look over here... Yeah, they've got this big shooter and the rocket launcher. But then they have the correct... Yeah, because that's a big shooter arm. And where's the rocket launcher? And there's the rocket arm. Yeah, they just use the exact same sculpt for the rocket launcher and the big shooter, but they didn't include arms on it for some reason. It's a manufacturing flaw or failure. What I'm guessing is that this sprue was like originally an Orc boy sprue. But then they put... Oh my gosh, look at how the plastic... I just noticed the plastic melted out really weirdly here. Oh my gosh, that's a terrible print. Mold must need replacing soon. Maybe we'll get new looters soon then. Yeah. But yeah, these are the original Orc boys. These are old Orc boys compared to the ones we built the other day. But as you can see, they're super customizable. Like, they got this flat part of the arm, which goes into a flat part of the body. But that means you can pretty much, on any of the older Orc kits, you can pretty much take any of the arms or any of the bodies and just mix and match them. Like, you build any of these guys as Slugger or Chopper boys, like here's your... No, that's a Slugger, isn't it? Yeah, Shooter. That's your Shooter, that's your a Shooter. Oh yeah, but some of the shooters are like in the left hand, some of them in the right hand, and like switching bodies. Oh yeah, and you've got armor plates that you can attach to them. And you've got... No, that's the same kit. There we go. Oh yeah, big axe. Where's the power claw? One of these arms. Oh yeah, you got a mine that you can equip to them. More armor pieces. A jar that you can attach to one of them. Oh. Oh yeah, but you got this bigger body here, which is meant to be for the knob. If you want to build one as a knob. And he has his own cool little shooter. Oh, and then another mine like that. And then, is that a grenade? Yeah, it's a grenade. Oh, there's a power claw. Oh, it's so cool. Doofenshmirtz animators have a 100% success rate. Whoever gets him wins Warhammer. Yeah, but only if they can get him to build what they want, which is why I think being a Necron would be really good. Because he has a 100% success rate, unlike the Orcs. But he always builds stupid stuff and then uses them for stupid reasons, and that just sounds so Necrony to me. You've got this incredibly powerful ultra weapon, and you're using it to steal cupcakes, which is evil and terrible, but you could also be using it to destroy the entire universe. But no, they don't. Oh my gosh, I was watching, right, the Phineas and Ferb the other day, and it was so horrifying, one of the episodes. There's so much cupcake violence. Cupcake violence! Oh, what does a bomb even do? It counts as a grenade now. Before, what you could do is you could give them crack grenades, and then you could like give them, I believe, a one turn only grenade. Like a one use grenade, sorry, that's like an anti-tank weapon, and you can even use it in like melee and stuff. And it was both very good for killing tanks and for just precision killing characters. As long as you could hit with it. Oh yeah, but that's it. I'm going to take the burner weapons for my looters, because I'm going to get a second box of looters eventually. And I'm just going to turn 10 of these guys into looters, and then I'm going to turn the knob body from this into a mech boy. Not a big mech, just a normal mech boy. Or then explode, we fly, and Yeet. Yeah, but nowadays you just use it to show that you got the grenade keyword, and then you can use a grenade stratagem, which is pretty good. I believe it costs, you roll, target an enemy, I think within 8 inches, so it might be 6 inches. Ow. And then roll 6 dice. For every 4+, you cause 1 mortal wound to them. So it's actually really useful. It's really not bad at all, a grenade stratagem. I was looking at it to see if one basic marine could kill 10 orcs as the rules currently stand. Or like have a decent chance of killing 10 orcs. And I thought, if a marine gets a jump on them, shoots them, throws a grenade, charges, attacks them, they're still going to struggle. But on average, you're going to kill 3 orcs with a grenade. And that's where most of the kills are. Then you might kill another 3. But then the other 4 will probably kill you. Because I think orcs at the moment are a bit too tough. Like, I come from the era of orcs being strength 3, toughness 4, with very low leadership. They got +1 strength and for charged. That was it. And they also got +1 attack and for charge, but everyone got +1 attack and for charge. And orcs back then, they were fun, they were silly, and they felt very lore accurate. Now orcs are incredibly tough, and I'm like, you know, I wish I can get into Warhammer 40k, but it's so darn expensive. It is. If you don't buy from the Warhammer shop, instead buy from secondary retailers, you can generally get it cheaper. Also do what I did for most of my time growing up. I basically only bought the starter sets and bought the... Well, actually, I didn't buy originally for second halves on eBay. What I would do is I'd buy a starter set and then I'd trade half of a starter set with somebody else to get... So, like, if I wanted Space Marines, I would trade the Tyranid half of a starter set for someone else's Space Marine half. Or if I wanted the Tyranids, vice versa. That's how I played Warhammer for most of the time. I've had otherwise used birthdays and Christmas as an excuse to get gift cards for Warhammer. If I'm into Warhammer, I would definitely get a squad of Space Marines and a chapter mastered, painted for them into the Celestial Lion chapter. Ooh, Celestial Lions are so cool. Or you can always just go 3D printed if you don't want to enter any official tournaments. Because I have seen some really cool 3D printed models. Oh, for 3D printed models, are generally good if you're just buying a character, because characters are massively overpriced. Like £25 for a single model is ridiculous. And you can get them 3D printed for like £6 to a tenner. If you're just buying for models like on Etsy or something. But then when you want to buy an entire squad, it's generally no more expensive than to buy actual Warhammer models. I'd paint for my champagne gold as a primer base and then painted the blue on the shoulder and the head of the Celestial Lion chapter. Oh, that would be cool. Evil Suns work the same, I should think, in BFG and 40k. More speed, which on a mid-slow fleet is very fun. Bad Moon's the shootiest in both systems. Death Skulls get lances and reroll tops. That makes sense for Death Skulls. Death Skulls at the moment are probably the shootiest faction, but they act in 40k at the moment. But if you're building Death Skulls, you're basically building what they're called? Bad Moons. Because you don't get you used to have this rule, right? Where it was you could, whatever colour you painted your orcs was a rule for it, effectively. Well, the main colours. If you painted them black, they were goths, in which they got like +1 strength or +1 attack or +1 to hit, something like that. I can't remember what it was. I never played goths, I never liked them. But basically the Ultramarines of the orcs. Every faction has an Ultramarines faction, by the way. Do you know the main poster boys? The Evil Suns were basically, it only affected the vehicles, but if you painted a vehicle red, you could spend a few points to get the painted red special rule, which would give them +1 inch to their movement. And then I think they got like a plus bonus to the advance once advanced rules came out. Now you can get the Evil Suns detachment though, which is Speed Freak's detachment, which makes you go fast. I started collecting as a starter set, then I became a loyalist, fell to Khorne/Nurgle, then Renegade Chaos, fell to Slaanesh, and ended up with Chaos. I started technically with Ultramarines, but quickly traded all my Space Marines for a bunch of Nids. Because I started with a Battle of McCrag set. And then I did Nids for a while, but when I actually got into the game, Assault and Blackreach was already well out. And then I noticed it one day when I was, because I was a really little kid. I was a little girl. I wasn't very, I didn't notice a lot of things very well. But then I noticed Assault on Blackreach and for orcs with death copters in, I'm like, oh. So I then bought them. Or eventually I got them. And I got like the second half of the starter set too. And then I played orcs for ages. Like I built myself Squiggers from toy dinosaurs. I built myself a Stomper from loads of cardboard. I really love converting. Orcs were just so cheap to make because you could make them from toys and stuff. And you could do loads of conversions and people would be like, it's a cool conversion you got there. But then I eventually got it into Black Templars and then eventually Dark Eldar. Before I got into Dark Eldar, I got into Warhammer Fantasy. The things that attracted me most to fantasy in the end were the Tomb Kings, which I did buy a bunch of Tomb King skeletons, but only to use them in vampire counts in the end. Well, the other thing about fantasy that I liked were, do you know, the Yeoman Archers for Batonia and the Goblin Wolf Riders. And they had like a really, really old mission book or something where you used Yeoman Archers and the Yeoman Archers versus Mounted Archers, versus Goblin Wolf Riders. And I got really into that. And I had like little paper cutouts of them fighting one another. But then I also bought, I think I had a bunch of orcs and goblins at one point. Did I? I know I had a giant model. Did I have a giant model? I think I made a lot of proxies of fantasy stuff I never actually had in real life. Oh yeah, then I got into Guardsmen at some point. And I don't have it anymore. I made a bunch of Sentinels. Well, a couple of Sentinels. Using the old Sentinel kit. That looked like... Do you know for what? Because of the second Matrix movie. Is it the second one? Yes, second one. The weird walkers they had where it's like... They got the arms, the guns on. I made them, but using the Sentinel kits. And they had a chainsaw arm on one side and a plasma cannon on the other side. And I think I got rid of them. I found like 12 of my Sentinels, but none of them are the cool converted ones. Yeah, Battlefield Gothic gets that in the clans fleet list. You paint the ships a specific colour and you get a special rule and you can mix clans together in the list if you desire. The thing with a clans list is the colour also comes with cost that is spread out in escort squadrons but fixed on capital ships. So clans list is very escort heavy, not a bad thing, very shred. That makes sense. So orcs actually have a horde army as well in Battlefleet Gothic. Son of Phoenix and Crimson Fish chapters are cool. This their paint job and chapters logo. Ooh. I like Crimson Fist. I liked looking. I like looking at old art. I did old books and stuff for Warhammer. And Crimson Fist had a load of really cool art. They have a lot of unpainted models and not built ones for bits. I repainted my Death Guard and gave them to my little sister and my loyalists and my little brother for his Skull Rippers. Ooh. Blood Angel Fest Terror successors. That sounds funny. Yeah. But yeah, what else were the other lists? For Death Skulls, I believe that you could get rerolls. Something like that. It was like you could reroll ones or something to hit, or once per turn, a squad could reroll a dice. Or make it a natural 6. I can't remember exactly, it was something like that. The Bad Moons... I can't remember what the Bad Moons did. Painting them yellow. Because blue was lucky. So if you painted them blue, you got the reroll stuff. Oh, an invulnerable save. I think for Bad Moons, like, if you paint it yellow, you might have gotten an invulnerable save, something like that. Represent you, like, bought cool armor. Or is it +1 to your armor? I don't know. Then you had... Was that it? Then other tribes, like, if you wanted to be one of the feral orcs, you would just buy feral orky stuff. You go after squigs, you go after shooters and choppers, you'd do that sort of thing. There might have been a way to build feral orcs, I can't remember. Yeah, orcs can easily play hard in space, almost as well as the Tyranids can, and also all orc ships are 6+ armor plow. Bearing in mind that's basically get to hit rolling back to Fleet Gothic. Gosh. That's terrible. Wasn't yellow for weapons make a... Oh, maybe. Actually, wait a minute. Give me a moment. I think I have a really, really old codex though. Here we go, video.codex. So this wouldn't have even been what I played with most of the time. Oh yeah, looters were great in the original time. Boss Cigarettes, Snickrot, Mad Doc Rotskin. Orcs! Look at him. Look how silly he is. Oh. Old Orcs, Best Orcs. Is this like 3rd edition book or something? Or is it 4th edition? Doesn't actually tell you the edition, does it? I don't know. 1999. Oh my gosh. This is ancient. Yeah, looters. They literally just use looted weapons. Okay, if I turn this light off, you should be able to see it with me. Here you go. Yeah, so looters are allowed to use options of one of the following squad types as detailed in the army lists of the Warhammer 40k rulebook. Space Marines, Tactical Squad, Devastator Squad, Scout Squad. Note that Orcs Sniper hits on a 4+, not a 2+. Oh, Imperial Guard Infantry Squad, Fire Support Squad, Anti-Tank Squad. And you might choose to use, so those are the ones where you can use it without your opponent's permission. So you could take the plasma guns, the melter guns, and it's of the same points up that they paid for them. Last cannon, missile launcher, auto cannons, mortars, snipers. Oh, it was so fun. But they had a special rule called looted weapons. If you order one to hit of a looted weapon, a hit score on the unit shooting of a weapon. A hit is scored on the unit shooting of a weapon instead of the target. The opponent gets to roll the wound. Last marker weapon score a single hit, but do not place a template. The Orc gets to allocate any wounds and don't have to be allocated to a model who fired the weapon that rolled for one. The oops, sorry mate rule. Alternative squad options can be taken from any one army list entry. May be used as long as both players agree. So that means that you could take Tau railguns if you wanted to in your squad. Ah, that was really cool. I loved that rule. Oh yeah, and look, this is back at the time when you had front, side and rear armor and stuff like that. But oh, big guns battery. Burner boys, tank buster, Gretchen mobs that can be into squads of 30. Storm boys, commandos, scar boys, troops. Oh yeah, tank busters and burner boys used to be troops. So you could have 6. Oh no, you can have 0 to 2. It shows you there. 0 to 2 actually. 0 to 2 stink bombers. Wait, stick bombs. Oh. Scar boys. Oh yeah, they're like veteran arc scar boys. But anyway, where is the... I swear this had the... You got red paint job. Okay, no, I think this was actually before you could get the other paint jobs. I think that must have been added afterwards. Yeah, that was in the next codex and they introduced all the different colours. And this was before detachments and stratagems and stuff. But yeah, this was back even when they told you to buy other model kits, like... Andy used tank turrets to make the bodies for his Arc Dreadnought. This truck is festooned with armor, but yeah, there's one of these kits where they actually just tell you that they used a completely different brand of models for their thing that they converted. Oh yeah, that's an old gargant made out of junk. I gotta go now. Bye, Dr. Smilex. I didn't know if they know how to use scopes. I thought they just fired it from the hip. They do. They tie the scope to the eye. Obviously separate from the weapon. Actually, that's not far off. Oh, no, it's not here. The looters actually do have scopes on the eyes. Oh my goodness, actually, I want to show you a cool picture from this book. Always remember what the lost for bubble chucker cannon D6 shots.
Always remember what the lost. The bubble chucker cannon. D6 shots, at D6 strength, at minus D6 AP, with D6 damage, hitting on 4+.
I feel like that 4+ should be D6 something. Like you roll your ballistic skill before you fire. Countless buggies sweep over a hill. Oh, look at that cool. Look how many buggies and wagons are there. Oh, and an old plasticard Bane blade before they actually had proper Bane blades. Scratch built battle wagon. Look at that thing. Oh, Arc War Gear, Bionic Arm. Yeet. Oh, I miss these things. Best weapons ever. Unfortunately, it's named manned by Grots and they know how to aim by Orc standards. Oh yeah, freebooters. Oh, is this before the what's it called were around? Because you got the Evil Sons here. You got the blood. Oh no, there's the Blood Axis. Yeah. Blood Axe warbands are seen as being tainted by unarchy ideas picked up from human warriors on the battlefield. For this reason, they are mistrusted by other orcs. Blood Axes often use camouflage colours, although they appear rather lurid to human eyes. Oh. Evil Sons obsessed with speed. My favourite, what I'm going to build mine as, Death Skulls. Death Skull warbands are expert looters and scavengers and use blue as their can colour, which most orcs think of as a lucky colour. Death Skulls often daub their bodies with blue war paint to bring extra good fortune to their scavenging exploits. Yeah! This is back before they became hated and back before they became more like civilised orcs. Instead, for the more kind of, mercenaries, you had the freebooters. Freebooter warband is an ideal opportunity to make your own warband colour scheme. Yeah. Freebooter warbands are either made up of mobs of lots of different clans or mobs that don't belong to a clan at all. They don't care as long as they don't get away with fighting is. Yeah, and freebooters are often mercenaries. Also, that's a really cool Chaos Arm. What else is there? You got the snake bikes. Oh yeah, you don't really see much of the snake bites anymore. They seem to be replaced by the snaggers, the beast snaggers. Snakebite orcs are distrustful of technology and prefer good old-fashioned stuff. The warriors wear leathers and furs for the most part, with some red and white markings. Yeah, my original orcs are mostly snakebites types of a few death skull things. And then you got the goths, the poster boys. Gaskell Frackers are goth. Oh, that's an old metal orc. That's also an old metal orc. And that's also an old metal orc. Oh, I think these were old metal vehicles as well. Oh, you don't have a war track anymore as well. They got rid of them. Painting orcs. Ooh. Oh, the good old Talon or whatever they're called. The Desert Warrior people. Oh, we don't have them either now. It's sad. Oh, look, he's got his picture. Oh, look, there's another picture there. There's people in this book. Oh, old metal war boss. That's a cool model though. I like that model. Blood axes in BFG get to take human, imperial, or chaos escorts or squadrons. Ooh, that's cool. What about snake bikes? Were snake bikes in Battlefleet Gothic? Like, how did their ships look? Did they just use hulks and rocks? Hi Tony, how you doing? Okay, but we want to build mega knobs today, and I can't remember what I wanted to do with them. Let me open new recruits so I can figure out how I wanted to build them. We built them using new recruit. I think I didn't want custom shooters, did I, on them? I'll know soon. Wow, stink bag. Oh yeah, my war, if you forgot, is called Stink Bag, and it's led by Goldacker Mech Ripper, who I've decided is now going to be a big mech, not a war boss. 2 squads of 10 boys, 10 burners, 5 looters, 3 mega knobs. Custom shooters and kill char. Yeah, custom shooters. And do all 3 have kill saws? So I'm just checking. Yeah, all 3 have kill saws. Maybe do we want to have them all 3 be with kill saws, or should we have a custom shooter with a power claw? A power claw gets 3 attacks hitting and 4s at strength 9, AP 2, damage 2. Kill saw gets 2 attacks at strength 12, AP 3, damage 2. Maybe I'll have one like the sergeant armed with a power claw instead. That might be fun. Yeah. No, not copy weapon. Custom shooter, yeah. Because combi weapons suck. Yeah, so build a sergeant first. And then I can save the kill saw from a mech boy. Rocks count as escorts. Rocks count as escorts? I thought rocks were huge ships. Like, they smash them into planets and, like, devastate the planet's surface, and then orcs pour from them. Snake bikes cannot take normal orc ships, but they can take hooks and rocks. I guessed it correctly! Yeah! Oh, what a guess. Oh no, they can only use hooks and rocks as capital ship squadrons. They could take a normal array of escorts. Oh. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh. That's a cool face. Yuck. You know what? Yeah, death school at the moment, building death schools feels like there's no difference to building bad moons. Because you want looters in your army if you're playing death schools. So, and looters don't use looted weapons anymore. Instead, they use a weapon that gets... It just fires a load of relatively strong shots at your enemy. It's kind of boring, to be honest. Okay, piece 10 goes with not piece 118, I imagine. Piece 10, piece 20. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out what pieces are pieces. So that's piece 19. That's piece 79. Oh gosh, maybe I will need instructions of this. No instructions allowed. We'll ignore them. I'll just try throwing them together as logic dictates. They also get a better roll to go into brace for impact with that 4+ feel no pain. So those rocks and hooks can be a real pain to dismantle. Ooh. Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. If you're building bad moons, you basically want all the best shooty stuff. So things you're going to go after is mostly going to be looters and flashkits. And you're probably going to either take the more Daka detachment or the tactics detachment. You probably want to take the tactics detachment though, because the tactics detachment lets you put a war boss or a big mech, sorry, in your flashkit squad, which is really nice. And allows you to reroll ones to hit with them. Actually, no, I think it gives some rerolls to hit. Because there's a special ability with it, because it's a enhancement for Big Mech. But if you're taking looters, then as death schools, you're probably going to want to take looters. And probably flashkits as well, because they complement looters quite well. Oh yeah, these two pieces do go together. I'm a genius. And the detachment you want to go after is then probably more Daka or tactics. Tactical brigade. And you might want to go for the one that lets you put like death schools generally have a lot more mechs, similar to how bad moons will probably have a few more mechs. And that means you'll be like, okay, the best use of mechs isn't to put them in a looter squad, because you don't gain any benefit from putting a mech in a looter squad. Looters already get rerolls of ones to hit anyway. And a mech gives whatever squad they join rerolls of ones to hit. So instead, you want to get a flashkit squad, take the tactical brigade, and put your mech in the flashkit squad. Oh, especially if you want your orcs. Like, if you want to kit bash your orcs to have a bunch of plasma weapons, then it makes sense to put them in a flashkit squad. It's like... That's a bit sad at the moment. I wish there was, like, a clear Bad Moon detachment and a clear Death School detachment. You've also got the Dread Mob detachment, which I guess it would be beneficial for me to take, since we're going to get to Death Dread, and we're going to get 3 killer cans, and I'm going to convert 6 of my old Sentinels, because they can't really be used anymore in Modern Warhammer without converting them. Anyway, I'm going to convert 6 of my old Sentinels that are a bit damaged into Orc killer cans. I've been trying to look for Etsy. One of these has been on Etsy. Is trying to find Gretchen. That would work really well in a killer can squad. Oh, that does go there. That's good. No, for Gretchen, sorry, that I could put inside the Sentinels to replace the Imperial Driver with a Gretchen. But I've been struggling to find a good body for it. Oh, yeah, that fits perfectly. So I could maybe take the Dread Mod detachment, but the issue with the Dread Mod detachment is that everything in your army needs to either be a big mech, or a mech boy or a big mech, or have a mech boy or a big mech attached to your squad. Because every single stratagem effectively doesn't affect normal orcs. It only affects walkers and mechs, big mechs and mech boys. So you need to attach them to the squad so you can actually use your detachment abilities. Which it might be worthwhile since I've decided to do that. But I'm also going to convert 2 of my old chimeras into a single battle wagon and 1 of the other chimeras into a truck. I need to get some plasticard for that though. And potentially, I'll look up to see if you can get plasticard that already looks like it has bolts bolted onto it. Like, you know, little lumps on them, effectively. I also got to buy a couple of mech guns. Just to... And I will build a mass bubble chuckers because it's just a hilarious profile. Like, it's not as hilarious as it used to be, but it's more viable than it used to be. Do you know what else they took from us, though? Animosity in Old World. If you don't know how animosity used to work in Warhammer Fantasy, it's all Orc and Goblin units had a rule called animosity. And what you'd have to do is roll a single dice for every single unit that you have. And on a 1, you then have to roll on the animosity table. And that animosity table means they either 1, attack a unit close by to them, causing damage to it. They cause damage to themselves. They charge a friendly unit close by to them, or move towards it, or they move towards the enemy. They attempt to charge an enemy, even if they're not in range, or they just stay still and squabble amongst themselves. That's generally what would happen. And you had to do that for every single unit. Only exception was Black Orcs and Black Orc Knobs. Not Black Orcs. Yeah, Black Orc units were an exception to it. And then Black Orc War Bosses and Bosses. Big Bosses, which is like below War Boss. Had an ability where any squad nearby them would be immune to the animosity. Trolls didn't get that ability though. All goblins did, all orcs did. Trolls instead got a stupidity check in which was a much higher chance of failing it, but if you did fail it, basically either stayed still or you just waddled forward very slowly. And it was a way to balance the trolls who were quite overpowered back then. Similar to how they got really low leadership in Total War. Hi, Mercury! Now instead they have something called, not impotence. Flash kits were fun in 8th and 9th. Where I had either rule or strap to shoot again, but only at the closest targets. Now you get for extra shots instead. Oh. Yeah, let me go on your recruit. I could actually look at some of these rules that we still have. And I can show you the current rules of a bubble chucker. Wait, why didn't that come on? Here we go. Lists. War stink bag. War stink bag. Yeah. Okay, you got 2 squads of 10 boys. This I've already built. Goldacker Mech Ripper. Oh yeah, I did upgrade him. I can show you Goldacker Mech Ripper. I'll do it afterwards. I've got to get a normal Big Mech because I think the Big Mech model looks really, really cool. Big Mech with shock attack gun, obviously. And a normal mech who we're just going to make from the spare Orc for Orc Boy kit. 10 Burner Boys, which we're going to turn out 10 Orc Boys that we've got to Burner Boys. Sorry, hiccup just then. 2 squads of 5 Looters, 3 Mega Knobs, 6 Tank Busters. Yeah, Looted Chimera double into a battle wagon. Boom Dacker Snas Wagon. That's just a funny name. Looted Sentinel Killer Cans, Mech Guns. Yeah, for Bubble Chucker. Oh. what does a bubble chucker do? Oh yeah, now you roll a dice and it gives you a different profile depending on what you roll. So on a 1 to 2, you get a big bubble, which gives you 2d6 attacks at strength 6, AP -1, damage 1, blast. Keyword bubble chucker. Every time you shoot, yeah. Ability splat. Each time a model of this unit makes a ranged attack that targets a unit that is at its starting strength, re-roll a hit roll of 1. Okay. If you add a mech to it, then it's fine. You could just ignore that rule. You always get to re-roll 1s. Oh, yeah. So then, on a 3 to 4, you instead get a wobbly bubble. That gives you a d6 attacks at strength 9, AP 2, damage 3, blast. Or dense bubble, which gives you d3 attacks at strength 12, AP -3, d6 plus 3 damage, blast. That's a pretty fun profile. See, that's at least some kind of funny. 9th they removed randomness and 8th gave them those profiles. Oh, that's cool. The shock attack gun's also pretty fun. It's not as fun as it used to be, in which the shock attack gun was the original gun of everything is randomized. It used blast things. It was I think it was always a large. No. It had random. It could either be a small blast template or a big blast template. It was random which one it would be, and it had a random strength and a random AP and a random. I think it was the range might have even been random. Oh, it was ridiculous, but it gets d6 plus 1 attack, strength 9, AP -4, damage d6, blast heavy. Yeah, it's not as silly as it used to be. In your shooting phase, after this model has shot, select one enemy unit hit by them, they must take a battle shock test. That gobshot thunderbus. Ranged weapons. Oh yeah, I gave it hazardous because it used to be a hazardous weapon. There used to be a really large chance that the shock attack gun would just explode and kill you instead. So I gave it hazardous and devastating wounds. Oh. It's silly. But yeah, all mechs get this ability, all big mechs, sorry. But how do flash kits look? Flash kits. Each time a model in this unit targets the closest eligible target of a SNAS gun, until the end phase, the weapon has an attack characteristics of 4. Okay. Honestly, they could probably make that stronger. Because now intercessors get a similar special rule, but they go from 2 attacks to 4 attacks as long as every single gun in the unit focuses on the same unit. Which used to be how all attacks used to be. You couldn't split fire at one point. Now you can. I'm still not a big fan of the SNAS guns though. It's like, they're kind of meh. And damage 2 is not bad. Strength 6 is pretty cool. AP -1 kind of sucks. Sustained hits is fine. But basically just got big heavy bolters. Basically get a heavy bolter squad. Kind of meh. Looters on the other hand, you get 2 attacks only. You reroll 1s to hit. Or you can reroll the roll to hit if the enemy's in range of an objective marker. Strength 8. AP -1, damage 2, heavy, rapid fire. That means they get 3 attacks at 24 inches, with potential rerolls to hits. They only hit on 5s, mind you, as long as you stay still, compared to the other guys who can hit on 4s if you stay still. As I say, you could fire at 1 target, then roll a d6 in 8th to see if you shoot the closest enemy, or pay 2 CP in 9th to do it. So potentially 6 attacks per model. With more DACA, what can I actually do? Like, if I go with flash kits, can I actually see what... No, I can't see what stratagems they can get. Orcs is still orcs. Oh yeah, this one you can shoot at your enemy in their turn. After an enemy shot your unit, you can use a stratagem to tell your unit to shoot back at the enemy. Long uncontrolled bursts just ignores cover. Orcs is still orcs, it's just a melee one. Get stuck in lads is the generic. War. Special shells is improve armor capability by 1. Yeah. I wonder if there's a stratagem. Huge show-offs. Until the start of the next combat wave, improve the unit's move, leadership, and objective control characteristic by 1, and each time a model in your unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. Okay, that's actually really powerful. Long and control burst used to make Daka go off on 5+. Oh! That's cool. But yet, we got cool stuff. Oh, we're reminiscing about old orc stuff here. Okay, I think those are arm pieces, right? Are they arm pieces? You know, only one way to find out. Cut the pieces off, see where it attaches to the model. And I could also check the instruction book, but you know, that sounds like quitter talk to me. Yeah, this looks like a leg piece. It looks like it goes back here. Oh, it does go back here. Genius. Genius! But Daka wasn't sustained hits as it is now. Generated extra rolls that could generate their own extra rolls. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I thought. Sustained hits was at first. I thought it gave you +1 attack. Not an additional hit. Which is both useful and not so useful. Yeah, orcs at the moment, I'm not a big fan of though, in terms of how their stats are. Like, there's toughness 5. And, well, that's it, for toughness 5, that's ridiculous. I don't want my orcs to be toughness 5. I mean, being strength 4 as a basic, fair enough. I always felt a bit weird that they're only strength 3 and only became strength 4 on the charge. But they're not cowardly anymore. Not even in the lore are they cowardly anymore. And it kind of sucks. I miss my cowardly orcs who are only brave until the bullets start flying and the friends start exploding. You gotta go rest now. Bye, Mercury! Thanks for popping in and checking in on us. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Oh, I need to get my air conditioner back on. Where's my remote gone? Remote! Remote! I think I knocked it on the floor somewhere. Remote. Remote. There it is. Oh. Ah! Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm getting these guys built. Like, one of the bits of lore was that last guns were ineffective against orcs, but bolt guns were very effective. And it used to be orcs had toughness 4 and 6+ armor save. And bolt guns are AP 5, which meant that they ignored any armor save that's 5+ or worse. So bolt guns would wound an arc on a 4+ and not allow any armor save. A last gun though would wound them on a 5+ and allow an armor save. So arcs were very difficult for guardsmen to deal with, but very easy for space marines to deal with. Now though, for toughness 5 with a 5+ armor save. So a basic bolt gun, not for a heavy rifle that's got AP -1, wounds them on 5s, allows armor save, but a last gun also wounds an arc on a 5 and allows an armor save. So that means an arc is just as resistant against a bolt gun as they are against a last gun, which doesn't feel very accurate. And where the rest of the game actually feels relatively more accurate now for how the stats are. It just feels weird for arcs to be like that. So toughness 5 is due to the Octavius War to balance out the Nids gaining +1 strength across the board. I think they should have remained toughness 4 but gained an innate 6+ feel no pain. That would have been good. I think the other thing is, in terms of game balance, is... Oh, what's the word I wanted to say? Oh yeah, is that arcs used to be able to take squads of 30. And you used to be able to take a lot of different troops as troop units or battle line units. Now though, you've only really got Orc Boys and Snagger Boys, and they can only be in squads of 20. You can't even get Gretchen in squads of 30 anymore. Thanks, Headpat Mal Mal. Hello. Couldn't take it to 5+ because that's the Nurgle number. But yeah. So what I feel like is that the toughness 5 is really more to make up for the fact that orcs can't get, you know, orcs can't get the big squads of 30 anymore because it was just overpowered. I mean, no one can get the squads of 30 anymore. But it's like guardsmen didn't often take squads of 30 except people who just wanted to kind of break it with conscripts. Squads of 20 feel pretty accurate. And squads of 10 are still better than squads of 20 in some cases, such as Cadians are better than squads of 10 because then as long as you're not trying to use... As long as you don't need more than 6 squads of them, Cadians will be really good at just spreading across the board, capturing objectives and fleeing from them and using chimeras and stuff. So you don't need squads of 20. But it's just, I don't know.
So what's the plan for the orcs?
What's the plan for the orcs? We just showed the army list I had made. But generally it's to make looty units. We're making Death Skulls style orcs. I'm making some Mega Knobs right now. I might try changing the guns out for some like looted weaponry. That might be fun. Sorry. Might be high pollen count again today. Oh my gosh, my hair, I've got my air conditioner on and my hair just keeps blowing back onto the area. Just pour chaff on the board, let the big guns do the heavy lifting. Yeah. But yeah, arcs used to be, the entire thing was just pouring across the board in squads of 30. That being said, I feel like boards have gotten smaller. Maybe it's just because I'm not a kid anymore, so I'm tall and the boards feel small. But I swear that they used to be 48 inches by 48 inches and now for like 36 by 36 inches. Okay, where's a kill saw? Or power claw? Okay, there's power claw pieces. Oh gosh, there's all the kill saws. Why I placed that cat, add more, that cat, added that cat. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. I've changed the war boss up a little. So those of you in the Discord have already seen him. Actually, I'm going to take him off this big base completely. Because I decided I'm not going to have him act as a war boss. I'm just going to have him as be a big mech all the time.
630-man conscript squads.
Get all this blue
also,
tack rolled
take
up.
the Chad 3x3 Basilisk squads as opposed to the Trash 3 singular Manticore squads. Stay based.
Oops, whacked that. Sorry about that. 630-man conscript squads also take the Chad by 3 Basilisk squads as opposed to Trash 3 singular Manticore squads. Stay based. No, I think what used to be is I think conscripts could be in squads of 50 at one point. And technically I think normal guardsmen could be squads of 52, but the squads would be split up, so you'd have like a squad with a heavy weapon squad supporting it, and then another squad that's part of the same regiment with another special weapon squad supporting it, and then another normal squad with a heavy weapon squad supporting it, and then you'd have a command squad. So, technically they're like all one troop choice or something stupid. So, but they are each individually their own units and moved around as their own units. But they had a special rule called the detachment rule, in which they basically support fired one another before stratagems are a thing. So you could get fire overwatch and, you know, heroic intervention or whatever it's called, without having to actually, you know, do that. But yeah, we got this dude. You can see he's got a big old Eldar gun on his back. And he's got 2 big shooters with pieces of Eldar tech on it. And then there's this underslung bolt gun here, and then another piece of Eldar tech, force fieldy stuff. Then he's got his own big shootery stuff, and there's a heavy bolt to right there in the middle of it all. And then he's got his big old chain axe here that shoots. Fairman just counts as a power claw. Yeet, and he's the war boss, but he counts as a big mech. Because of it'd be more fun. It's like there's so much firepower on him. And it still feels kind of small. Like he's in mega armor. Oh goodness. That fist would wreck your day, mate. Oh yeah, I've been my chimeras and my killer cans. So years and 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 years ago, back before the dinosaurs roamed the earth, I liked this stream, as you should do too. I'm joking. I had an Imperial Guard regiment, right? But I thought it would be really fun if we're super impoverished and they like try to fix up. They couldn't afford to paint the armor properly, and they tried to fix up and repair old vehicles. And I did really bunch of terrible conversions and paint jobs for it. because I was a kid and I wasn't very good at it. But yeah, so here's an old chimera that does not need much conversion to be used as a looted arc truck. Oh yeah, it's meant to look like it's an absolute jalopy of a vehicle, by the way. Oh, it's missing a piece of track. Oh. Yeah, it's meant to look like it's a jalopy. Oh, and covered in dirt and stuff. It's terrible though. Like, look, it's literally just got a base here. Oh, it's terrible.
This chimera recovery vehicle looks like it's held together by rust, tape and prayers.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna convert this. I'm gonna make it a bit longer, like with some plasticard and some bits of sprue underneath it to code it all together. Then maybe some bits up the side. Add some grots to it. Replace this big flamey thing here with something else. I've got another chimera here. It's just built as a normal chimera this time round. The heavy stubber comes off because that was back when you could destroy the heavy stubber. This was meant to be open. No, this piece was not meant to be broken off, but it did break off. And it comes off to represent it's blown up now. See, it goes... Because that's back when a vehicle got blown up. It had to stay on the board. But lots of people didn't like that because it meant, you know, my vehicle might get damaged as models have to clamber over them. And then here's another chimera. I really like the idea behind this conversion of the, you know, rear turret chimera. And I think I built this after the rule changed. So this didn't count as last guns anymore. So before, it used to be every single person inside can shoot one of these last guns. Then they changed the rule to everyone inside can just shoot outside of a chimera. So I changed these all to portos where people can shoot out of. Yeah. Oh yeah, this thing, as I said, it comes off because this was back when you had to take the weapons off. F2 beat Chimera, love it. Yeah, but as you can see, it's really messed up here. You might not be able to tell that well. Yeah, there's a big gap here between the front part and this piece. I used a piece here to like be where it opens up. That's where it got blasted to pieces. Like someone shot through it and they just taped it back together and put it back in the field. The hole's still there. I like the targeting array I put here. I think that might be like a spare piece I got off somebody from like a Razorback or Land Raider or something. Oh yeah, there's just so much gaps here. I had to just fill them with like armor plating. So it already looks like something Orcs would do.
Your models wouldn't get damaged if you had a Magcase 2.0 with the power of magnets.
I do have a magnetic case thing. It's made out of MDF though. And the big issue is that the magnetic trays on one side don't fit in properly because, I don't know, the MDF's warped in the middle like that. So one side is a bit too tight to put the trays in properly. For other sides, it's too loose and the trays fall down. It's sad. Yeah, I tried, doing things of like, how many kills they've got, tally marks. This was back using an old brush. Okay, I'm stealing that idea if I ever make a chimera. I love rear-mounted design vehicles. Yay! I also liked it because I liked the idea of, the guys all coming out the front hatch rather than out the back hatch. Which back then I think it was allowed if you modelled it like that. Oh yeah, for some reason all the mud is at the top and not at the bottom. I don't know why. As I said, I built most of my models when I was a kid. I really struggled with brushes and most of them were like hobby brushes. That were like really cheap, doing like 99p for a bunch of brushes. So you can see my tally marks are really not well done at all on these things. Oh. But yeah, I'm thinking because it's just so messed up and it really doesn't fit. It's also got some dust on it. That doesn't help. I'm gonna have to give them a proper clean. Thankfully, the paint's actually not too thick on them, so I could probably just prime straight over these guys. Yeah, because of just how this is all put together and its terribleness, and it looks archy and not really like it would fit too well, I'm thinking I'm gonna do this. And use some plastic card to like join them at the bottom. Maybe put a bit of a gap in them. Use some plastic card at the side and like use sprue again. Properly trim down to go over that side. Put some archy stuff here. Remove. Oh no, that one doesn't come off. This one does. I'd have to like cut that one out then. Oh, I could put it like this way. Maybe like that. Take this heavy bolter off. Actually, that might work. And then I can like use this as a big shooter. I'm gonna get the big mech guns, right? And I think maybe I could put the big mech gun at the back here. Or like the spare parts from them to make another mech gun here. And like so it's shooting over. Use grots and stuff from the kit. And put them all over the model. That's vampire. And it will be used as a battle wagon. It's like... So obviously I'm going to need to use a lot of sprue to keep it really well supported together. So you could pick up one side without risking this part just snapping off. And like, so it'll be under the bottom, at the sides, with extra plasticard too. Don't know what I'd do with this top bit. Maybe I could like, ring it over like that. That'd actually be hilarious. Like double layered like this. Oh, that would be stupid. But I love it. I'm thinking probably like this might be better. Or maybe like this. Oh, like that might be better. Because then like all the arcs exit from the front. Oh yeah, all the arcs stand there. Then I can like build like an assault ramp thing at the front using plasticard and sprue. And just like, all the arcs go here. Remove this gun. Oh yeah, and you can see the big gap here as well. That's another issue with it. Oh yeah, remove this gun. Put the big mech cannon over here. Oh, that'll be good. Oh no, I'm gonna think about it. It's gonna be a project for the long future after I've built all the other guys. But yeah. Oh. I got a bunch of actually properly painted up chimeras that'll look a lot neater though. Oh, where are they? There it is. There it is. Okay, move these guys to the side. Oh. Yeah. Where is he? He's here. Back to actually building the arcs I plan to build today. Oh my goodness, I've barely done anything. Okay, so I'm guessing these are the arms. Yeah, these clippers aren't as bad as people say they are. Because I thought, you know, I'm going to test the clippers out myself. Okay, do you think the arm goes like this onto them? Oh, it does. Oh, yeah. Okay, then we attach the custom shooters to one of the hands. And we attach the kill sword to the other hand. Where's that chainsaw I have? Yeah. I can figure out how to put this onto them. Okay, I went for Power Claw on this guy actually, didn't I? I didn't want to kill Soul on him. The F2... That F215B is something from World of Tanks. It was a top tier British heavy tank with an alternate design of a Conqueror 2 with a rear-mounted turret. She was my baby. I loved her to death. Aww. I like rear-mounted weapons on vehicles. There's a lot of reason to have rear-mounted weapons on, you know, heavy vehicles. There's also a lot of reasons not to. One of the things is it makes your rear armor even weaker because you're going to be putting a whole load of, you know, stuff there. Ammunition, sorry. Which is not good. Hello, Frederick. How you doing? Great, yeah! We're currently cutting up some model bits. Oh, to make a power claw. Okay, this goes to here like this. Oh! Oh, power claw. I love archy power claws. Oh yeah, I found out, by the way, Anthony. Motor guns are better than heavy bolters. Motor guns currently are strength 9. Most motor weapons anyway. Or strength 10. Very few are strength 8. So against toughness 9 vehicles, they wound on a 4+, where heavy bolter wounds on a 5+. The other day we were talking about heavy bolters versus motor guns wounding on vehicles. Like, yeah, motor guns actually are still better than heavy bolters at wounding vehicles. While a toughness 10 vehicle, motor gun will wound it on 5s, heavy bolter will wound it on 6s. So it's kind of still a decent anti-vehicle weapon, it's just not as reliable as using a las cannon. But it's got a lot more damage capability. And unlike a las cannon, it's a lot more mobile. Here we go. Wait, does this go here? Still feels weird not being able to wound something on better than a 5+. I guess so. Ah, thanks for the hat. Okay, maybe that doesn't go here because that does not feel right. Okay, what else could that piece be? Oh, it might be this piece. Defeats the point of a motor. I mean, motors always used to struggle against vehicles. I like, you know, penetrating it. Oh, that's definitely what goes there. Okay. Because against a Land Raider, a motor gun would wound on a 6. Actually, no, wait a minute. At half range, did a motor gun roll 2d6 to wound a vehicle, didn't it? So on average, it would penetrate the armor of a Land Raider. The issue is if we weren't at half range, it would wound on a 6+. It would struggle to wound, sorry. Snip, 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 snip. I've only got what's AP ones that always got +1 to whatever its penetration, whatever the damage result would be. Howdy Nathan, how you doing? Happy Lord's Day. So yesterday I learned that apparently there's 156 species of bees in England alone. And I've always wanted to do for hobby. Oh! We don't keep bees. I've seen plenty of bees. We get a lot of bees in our garden with all our flowers. And sometimes they mistake my hair for flowers. I'm like, I'm not a flower. I'm not golden honey. Snip, 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 snip. And the other day we had a wasp nest, like, on our house, but my father quickly got rid of it. Beekeeping is fun. You say this is you got 8 hives. Oh my goodness. I think the thing about melters now is that generally a squad of a melter won't just have one melter, they'll have multiple melters, and if you've got a multi-melter, it gets multiple shots now. And they just do so much damage, like D6 +2 or +4 with some weapons. They can absolutely destroy a lot of vehicles. And they'll absolutely destroy lighter armored vehicles. Like the new... like this thing and killer cans and stuff like that, they're wound on a 3+. Like every single melter in the game will wound these on a 3+. It's pretty much a one-shot against them. You know what? I kind of want to put this chainsword between the claw talons. Oh, that would be so silly. Okay, it doesn't need an exhaust if it's being attached to an arc. Arcs don't believe in exhausts. You're trying to get rid of all that good smoke. Silly Billy. That's what an arc would say. Definitely the Silly Billy part, because arcs love saying Silly Billy. Hi, Sky Cow! That's a big hat. Yeah, I was forced to wear it by Bob the Innkeeper. It's my mob boss hat. Oh, I can't have honey. It's one of the many, many things I can't eat. Yeah! Change jobs! Wait a minute. It's like a rhino. It's like it's got a it's a unicorn claw. Unicorn. Friendship is magic. She cannot eat anything that doesn't have a soul. I mean, it's actually pretty true. Because fruit is generally bad for me. So I have to either eat like whole plants, where you have to kill the plant to get the food from it, or just meat. Oh yeah! The claw's got extra bust to it. Bust for your victim's displeasure. Does this go on top? It might go on top. Oh, spiky top parts. Here we go. There we go. Okay. We're on for big shootery bits as well. Where's the big shootery bits? Big shooter. Oh, I forgot. The big old iron jaw. You can't have an orc big mech thing without the iron jaw attached, can ya? Of course not. You silly. You silly Billy. See, orcs love to say silly Billy. I should know. I'm an orc. Okay. We want that big shooters. Okay, we don't want the custom shooters. All of those look like custom shooters. There's a little grat. There's a little grat. He's adorable. Where's the shooters? That's teleporty gubbins. There's no shooters here. There's a grot here. There's one shooter. There's a second shooter, but they're only partial weapons. Like, clearly they're meant to have these bits attached to them. Where's the third shooter? There's a custom Mega Blaster which a unit can't have because it's not got a big mech in it. Oh, that's a cool thing. These are chainsaw arms. Da 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 da. What we're doing? Ah. Like, there should at least be a third shooter weapon in here. Oh no, I stole the third shooter weapon for him. Okay, I got it. Yeah, there it is. Oh, I'm trying to find a weapon that I already stole. Well, I guess I'm gonna just have to go full looter for that one. Okay, 39 goes with 83. Or 30. I'm going to guess 35. Chainsaw Man reference? No. Oh, but that could be a Chainsaw Man reference. No, it was a unicorn. Just chainsaw unicorn hand. I don't really watch Chainsaw Man, so, you know, wouldn't be able to make a reference even if I wanted to. Okay, maybe these two pieces don't go together. Looks like they should, but they don't. Unless maybe, no, it doesn't. Yeah, you shouldn't, it's too good. Do. I've heard only evil people like Chainsaw Man. Wait, why do neither of these two bits fit here? Did I use the correct bit on this guy? Okay, maybe this bit is correct. Wait, no, it's definitely not. Okay, there's one more bit that I think could be correct. You know, who needs instructions? Not me. Not I. Okay. Okay, we've got it. It's a correct for final piece. Yes. It's like a jigsaw. You just have to keep putting bits together until it finally works. Yeah. Got a new cutter. Yeah. It's I got it yesterday when my parents were dropping off a whole load of sprue at the Warhammer store to recycle it. Recycle your sprue, by the way. Most places can't throw it in a generic recycling bin. I asked my parents to pick up some stuff for me, which included some grass tufts, this mold line remover, and we got a free coin, an Imperial Laurel. It was nice. Okay, where is... Here we go. Ow! That caught my hair. This goes here, like that. Oh, big old trophies. Including an Space Marine helmet. Could be an Imperial one, could be a Chaos one. Who knows? Yeah! Then... Where's that random spiky thing I had? I can put that on top. Well, then he's looter, so I need to get some lootery stuff for him to make him feel more like a looter. He's got a Night Lord chainsword on his power fist. That feels nice, but we need a little bit more. Let's find a box. Box of Tyranid and Eldar bits here, and other Xenos. Oh, including Arc bits. Oh, I could attach like this to that gun here. Oh, now that would be good. Yeah, the cutter is... It's a lot better than either of my other cutters. For like getting into difficult to reach parts of a sprue due to how long and thin it is. But when it comes to like getting rid of these bits here, it's not as good as these clippers, which have a more knife-like edge to them. Also doesn't feel the same good quality. But it is cheaper. It's definitely not as good as these ones. But these ones, you know, broke ages ago. Not too long after getting them. Because of how thin the metal is. And for like twice as expensive. But yeah, Eldar Oh, those shuriken cannons just attached to the side. Hilarious. Oh wait, would it be more hilarious to attach them to this side? Nah, attach them to the main gun side. I don't need to trim down this to make it smooth. Yeah, hello Maureen. Okay, that goes like that. Does it fit smoother now? Not yet. I might need to use my other clippers of this. How is it going? It's going okay. How is it going with you? We've actually not built too much today. I keep getting distracted by orc rules and by photon and salamanders. There we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. We've bolted on this to the side of his gun. Now that looks like a proper custom shooter. That's something that's getting a bajillion shots per turn. Arc shooting phases are ridiculous though. For like, I'm gonna roll 200 dice, and then that's just to hit, and then I'm gonna roll 5 dice to wound. Okay, it's not quite that bad, but that's basically how arc shooting goes. And it's hilarious. Why do you not fit? Okay, yeah, this does not want to fit over that. Okay, let's move these to one side. There's some weird snaggly bits here. Oh, you can actually make mega knobs now for like snakebite clans and stuff. Because if you take some of the Age of Sigmar orcs, I'm taking off my hat by the way if you don't mind. Because it's too big. There you go. Oh no, that's the wrong button. Wait, which of these is my hat? There we go. No, wrong one. There we go. Yeah, if you take some of the big Age of Sigmar orcs and just like give them some guns and like chain axes and stuff, they fit really well as orc mega knobs. Yeah, actually, Age of Sigmar orcs. They're not called orcs for Warhammer, they're called orcs. Okay, yeah, mega knobs feel kind of small though. compare them to a venom crawler. Yeah. Okay, my clippers just fell off the table and almost cut my ankle open, but I moved my hand out the way. My ankle out the way, sorry. Yeah, compare them to a space marine. But like, compare them to a Primaris space marine. They do feel kind of small now. Compare them to a human, though. And suddenly they're scary again. They're big and scary once you compare them to humans. Comparing things to space marines is a very easy way to make things not look that scary anymore. Oh, gosh. Oh. So I'm thinking about doing member streams again this week. Like either Wednesday or Thursday, I'll do a member stream where we build an arc together, like a fantasy arc. Oh, that's what I want to do. I wanted to look at the Orc Warclans. Oh, next week! Oh, the Tomb World's coming next week. Ooh.
Every like on the stream makes Humus bigger and scarier.
Yeah. Oh, you get 2 squads of... What's it called in it? These dudes. You get these guys. Oh, the Kill Team Battleclade's coming out. Oh, wait, is that including a Techno-Archaeologist? Ooh. I thought it wouldn't include Techno-Archaeologist in the Kill Team. Or maybe it'll come out as 2 sets of fools. Yeah, I'm going to buy for Ravenous probably. And for Battleclade. Might buy for Battleclade. Or you can buy for Turidid Infest and Sown as well there. Oh, Sisters of Battle are getting a new squad. Oh, for fresh recruits, Sisters of Battle. Oh no, Commandos are coming back. Oh no, these were old models. They've got coming back. Because I was looking at Commandos, I was like, where are the Commandos? Rest of the Arcs treat Commandos with bafflement or suspicion. They sneak around instead of throwing themselves right into combat and practice strange tactics like patience and stealthy assassinations. To their foes, they are forced to be reckoned with due to their crude but effective weapons and unpredictable cunning. With this kit leaving the classified kill team range, it's being repackaged from 40k. It contains 12 miniatures, Arc transfer sheet. Oh, so it should be cheaper. Oh, made to order classic Eldar is also coming this week. And Emperor's Children. Ooh. Kingmaker is getting a special release. I've read bits of Kingmaker. Pretty fun book. Yeah, oh, so this will probably be cheaper than it was trying to buy them as a kill team with all the extra stuff in. But yeah, the Arc Commando kit's really cool. I'm half tempted to get it. Half tempted. So yeah, these guys are also leaving the kill team range. Yeah, I'm tempted to get these guys again because I've already got 1 squad. I'm not going to buy this kill team set. 1, I want to save some money. 2, I'm not really interested in the Necron terrain as cool as it is. And 3, I'm not really interested. I kind of do like the idea of getting these guys. And like converting them to Templars or something. But really, I like the idea of these guys and maybe adding them to my own Necron army. But no, I'm mostly interested in these Battleclade because that's what my army is going to be focused on. My AdMech is going to be focused mostly on these guys. But, oh, what's this? Yeah, Age of Sigmar, Destruction, Auric Warclans. Aurochs are really cool. Let's look at the stuff. None of this, none of this, none of them. They're really cool. I've got these to use as orc chariots in Old World. Yeah, he could be a very easy weird boy. So could them. Yeah, for brutes, these guys easily make mega knobs. Like, they're just so heavily armored already. Just
that Cryptek 2-1 look at the Raveners and was like, yes, yes, I like this, very good.
Oh yeah, they just copied them. I now need to go to the community page again. Where is the community? How do I get that? Oh, here we go. Where is the Cryptek? Oh yeah, he is basically just a big old Ravener. I like this. Oh, that guy took a look at the Biothor and was like, yeah, I want to be a Biothor. Or Pyrothor. Oh, both of them are like that. Yeah, these are the guys that if you're looking, when we played Mechanicus, these are the little guys that shoot us, it looks like, and really annoying, and they give us acid damage. And they look like they're for combat until they suddenly beam you. It's like, ow, you're not just melee specialists, are you? Oh, the new Raveners are so cool. We already built them as hyper-adapted Raveners. I'm going to build 5 more as just normal Raveners. Yeah. But yeah, they could easily... Just give them guns. They're easily just mega knobs then. These weird wreckers could also be built just like mega knobs and normal knobs and stuff. Brute Ragers as well. These could easily be used in for 40k orc range with just little conversion. This guy could easily... Like, it's called a mega boss. That's just a war boss in mega armor. Or he could be a beast snagger boss with that big thing on his shoulder. Mama Cryptek, I want to be a bug. What kind of bug, little Timo? A Pyrothor! Aww. Oh yeah, Anvil Squeak, that's so silly. Odd Boys. Yeah, then you got Odd Boys here who could easily be a knob squad in 40k. You just got nothing that would feel like normal orcs in 40k in here. Yeah. In Old World, you can easily build a bunch of orcs. If you got spare arms, go to Orcs and Goblins in Old World, and you got spare round bases. Buy some orc boys here. They have the exact same body as a normal orc. Oh gosh, how do I do this? There we go. Yeah. Oh no, not these ones. These are the push fit versions. Oh. Oh, but yeah, you can see these are the same bodies and legs that the 40k orcs basically have. And even the same chopper arms to some extent. But yeah, lots of these are... Okay, so they can't be converted too easily. Oh, it's this one for Orc Boys Mob Fist Box. Ugh. Here we go. So even fantasy orcs have the same issue that some of them are monopose and some of them aren't. You got 2 boxes of Orc Boys. One box is monopose, the other box is custom pose. But yeah, see, same legs, same bodies. Oh, it's very similar. So that you can easily just convert them. Just take your spare sluggers or your spare shooters, give it to these guys. Put them on round basis. Oh, Xenos armies, orcs. Yeah. It's just a shame that these guys are all monopose and have such bad options, as in a lack of options. You have to build 3 shooters and 5 sluggers, 1 special weapon, and 1 knob. That's your only options. You can't buy 2 of these boxes and build 1 squad of 20 because one of them always has to be a mob and a squad of 20 only has 1 knob in it. But the models look so cool. They're so really well done. They're much better models in terms of looks and appearance than the new art, than the old arts. These ones, but these ones can actually be customized. You can build them all as sluggers, all as shooters. You can build one as a knob, or you can just build them as another arc. Although it comes in a squad of 11, but that's because I think the original box came as like a squad of 18, I believe. Have we got the Beast Snagger Boys? I don't know if the Beast Snagger Boys have any customization options. Let's look at the sprue. We got 2 sets. Yeah, this one looks like it actually has more customization options. They've still got quite a bit of mono posing going on, mind you. You can build some as those guys. For boys armed as sluggers and choppers, where 1 may be assembled as a knob unit lead of a power snapper, 1 Beast Snagger Boy also has the option of to be built with a thump gun. Yeah, so these are better. The knob boss model doesn't have to be a knob boss. It can be built as a normal arc instead. And that's good. Old boys box is more the correct choice. Yeah, I got a free one. Through Combat Patrol magazine, I got 2 boxes of these dudes who look really cool. And then with 2 boxes, you can build one as a full squad of sluggers. And you can convert 2 of the... I converted 2 of the sluggers. One of this grenade guy here, I just cut the end of his slugger there, just for a tip, and then added like a heavy stubber end to it. And same with, I think, this guy here. So I've got a full squad of shooters and a full squad of sluggers. Then this squad I got for free because of the issue with the looters box. It's like, yeah. But I'm going to convert them into burner boys, so. Oh, but yeah, next week seems exciting. When's the Imperial Night coming out, though? Like, look at this. For weeks now, the Imperial Knights, they don't have a normal knight here. The basic knight's not here. You got the big Castellan types, and you've got the Cavestus types. But it's like, if we look at armies of Chaos Knights, it's this knight here, like the Ruinator. Okay, can we just shop now? Shop all of them, please. Yeah. Oh gosh, they also get access to the Questoris Knight here. That's cool. Yeah. Oh wait, they don't have access. Isn't the Knight Ruinator just half of the boxes now? It can build some of the knights, but not all of them. You have to instead buy another knight. I guess it's got to come out when the Imperial Knight does. Oh, it's just been ages where it's not come out yet. Oh, I am really tempted by this box set, but I'm not going to get it. Very tempted by these, might get it. Probably I'm going to get this one. Very tempted by these guys, and I might have to change my Orc army list to add the commandos in. I just love this dude. Have you seen the Tives clip of the commandos fighting some guardsmen? I'm probably not going to get another Old Aldari. Probably. I am tempted for this Warlock Conclave though. Because look, it's got a 6 Warlock. It depending on how expensive it is. If it's like 20 quid for me, yes. If it's like 60 quid, no. And that Farsi is really cool. Oh. I'm also tempted by that Lucius the Eternal since I used to have that model. I just converted to something. I was so very tempted by this guy. Depends on how expensive they are. If they're super expensive, definitely not getting them. But if they're, you know, affordable, then maybe. Oh gosh, I'm in so much pain right now. Okay, we got this guy here. Clean the clippers up. Oh. There we go. What box set am I wanting to get though? Yeah, we're just waiting. I don't know what's happened with the Imperial Knight, because the Chaos Knight came out and I expected the next week that the Imperial Knight would come out. Is it like the plan to delay the Imperial Knight for so long, or did something go wrong in production? Are they having to fix it? It's nice to have the commandos, but I was wondering what happened to them. It's kind of weird that thing they shelve the unit for quite a while. Before bringing it back like the commandos they did. Yeah, it doesn't fit there because I got a bit of sprue here getting in the way, and I got a bit of sprue here getting in the way. Yeah, I definitely feel like I need to sharpen these clippers. I'm gonna have to learn how to sharpen clippers. Now to sharpen knives. But my knife sharpener wouldn't be able to sharpen these things due to the shape of it. Wait, that fits nicely now. Okay, you can unconnect. Doofenshmirtch, Evil Incorporated. How come Doofenshmirtch is the most likable character in Phineas and Ferb? Like, he's actually just generally a friendly guy. And it's pretty fun. It's like if they made a spin-off of Phineas and Ferb, right? That was literally just revolved around Doofenshmirtch. And he was the main character. I would watch that spin-off. The worst part of Phineas and Ferb is Phineas and Ferb. That's not to necessarily say Phineas and Ferb is bad. Like the bad parts. They're just the worst parts. Like, if they can't compete with Doofenshmirtch. No one can compete with Doofenshmirtch for likability. And backstory. He's got a lot of backstory. There we go. Did you notice? There's an evil person at your door. Do, 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 do. Take over the entire tri-state area. I can't say tri-state. The creator actually confirmed that Phineas Ferb parts of the show are actually for B-plot. I knew it! I know there's another show called The Murphy's Law that's like in the Phineas and Ferb universe, and I've heard people say it's really good, but I can't get over the character design for it. That's actually one of the reasons why I never watched Phineas and Ferb as like a kid or anything. I only watched it, was that 2 years ago maybe I first watched Phineas and Ferb? Actually, I might have started watching it not long before season 5 came out. I think I actually might have been after I started VTubing that I watched it. I was like, actually, this is a good show. Oh, and yeah, it was due to YouTube clips that I finally decided to watch it. I was like, you know, this is not bad. Why did it take me so long to get to watch this? I mean, I'd heard people say it was good, but there's so many things that people say it's good, and I've just not liked it. The character design did not help it. There's another show similar that has a similar issue in which the character design and animation does not do the show any favours in terms of just how good the show actually is. I do think the character design is actually endearing once you get used to it. Like, I wouldn't actually change it except maybe Phineas's design, which kind of is meh. Oops, that's the wrong piece. This piece. Oh gosh. Yeah, also I'm trying to limit like my armies that aren't my Templar army to a points list. So for my Chaos, I can't go past 3,000 points for them. If I want to add something into it, I have to take something out. And if I already have that thing, then I can't take it out. I just have to change what it counts as. Oh, now that's a cool head. Oh, here's the boots. So that way I'm not going to be overspending. For my Necrons, it's only 1,000 points, so I can't really get any new Necrons off them. Unless they drop the points of them drastically. Other ones I do half and I'm going to get. Arcs, I'm limiting myself to 2,000 points. But I'm also trying to convert old models into Arc stuff. Votan, I'm also limiting myself to 1,000 points. What else is there? Tyranids, I think there's technically, I got 4,000 points of them. That's because I ended up getting so many before we even decided to start making lists and so on. Because of, what's it called? Seeing the Norm Emissary, thinking that's the coolest model ever, and getting it, without ever looking at a codex or points listings, and getting 2 sets of Leviathan Titanids, and then the Combat Patrol having more Leviathan Nids in them. Oh, there we go. That will go here. I'm gonna look at the arcades. There's one cool arcade here. That one. So cool looking. But then there's also... I want to go for more like mechy boy type heads. Okay, there's that head, which I'm not a big fan of. I am a fan of that head though, with a bionic eye. I'll go after this one. Do. Wait, how do I even attach this jar? Do I just glue it to this head? Because I thought this would like go in here. I think there's like not room for head as well. Huh. Well, whatever, I'll start gluing the head on. And just try to get the jaw to stick on somehow. There we go. It doesn't look that good, but whatever. Looks good from the front. That's all that matters. You don't see the side or the back of an orc, because orcs don't flee anymore. No one flees any... I really want them to change their battle shock rules, because it absolutely sucks right now. Like, make my units feel like they're actually battle shocked, please. Okay, where's the buzzsaw weapons? Over here. That's not them actually. Over here. In the jungle. The violent jungle, the orcs die tonight. In the jungle, the violent jungle. The orcs are killed by catachans. Oh gosh, actually both of these chains, I thought these two would go together. Turns out, no, they don't. Okay, what pieces do they go with? Is it another saw? No. Oh, I see it. Oh, that's cool, actually. Oh, it goes like that. Okay, okay. One other thing about adding the chainsaw to a power claw is that I can use it as a power claw or a power saw, depending on if I change my mind, because I'm not really sure if I want it to keep as a power claw. Extra attack is nice, but you know, extra AP. I like to imagine he's trying to flip someone off, but he forgot his hand's a chainsaw. Oh, it's silly. Okay, he's gonna need a looted weapon as well. Okay, we got the shooter here. Okay, then one of these goes with this piece. One of them. Not that one. Not that one. It's this one. Yeah. Told you one of them goes on. It's a jigsaw puzzle. Is it meant to be a puzzle? No, you're meant to, you know, use the instructions. So you're not having to guess. But that's the fun of ignoring instructions. You guess which pieces go with which pieces, and sometimes you're wrong, and that's where you have to just, you know, fiddly dunk your way out of it. Fiddly dunk, do 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 do. Fiddly dunk, do do do. You fiddly dunk your way out of things, 'cause it's fun to fiddly dunk. He's shooting ya, and then I can go into my other bits box and be like, let's find an Imperial or Chaos weapon to give you. Preferably a shooty type one. Okay, that one's too big, that one's too crazy. This one is a heavy bolter, but it's not got the correct size. I mean, I could put it upside down. I mean, no one said an orc wouldn't shoot an upside down heavy bolter. Right, it doesn't really fit there though, does it? I could try attaching it here, or like on top of it. Nah, it needs more functiony bits. Shotgun, nope, not that piece. Not that piece. Oh, this piece. I think the issue is that piece at the bottom, that piece at the side is too pronounced out. If I cut it off here, that'll allow me to glue more wacky things to it and feel like it fits. DuckTales, wacky well and bad, good luck tales. Sorry, I've been watching DuckTales, and the DuckTales tune is just too catchy. I don't remember any of the lyrics other than DuckTales, and I think there's like a good Luck Tales as well in there. But you know, I don't need to know. I just need to feel the emotion, the heat, the joy. Okay, the theme tune's not that deep, but still, you know. Okay, heavy bolter's been welded to the side. She wants to be a ducktail. You want to be a ducktail. We all want to be ducktails. Because ducks have the funniest tails. No duck, do 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 do. No duck, do 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 do. There's a random door. There's a random door. There's a random door. I was looking for like bits to add to him. That looks kind of fun, but No! Stay with me, Heavy Bolter. Stay with me. Looking how to stick random bits to this dude. Looking how to stick this thing to him. He loves to stick to things. He loves to be welded shut. But he doesn't want random stuff, that's true. Yeah, this random armor plate would be fun to add to him. You don't want to be a duck. Why don't you want to be a ducktail? Yeah, he's got a random armor plate under his head now. It's covering his art. Or his tummy. Or something. He doesn't know. It's covering something. That's all he knows. As long as he's getting covered, he's not getting shot. No, you want this piece on your back. Do 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 do. You want this piece sticking on ya. But it's really hard to cut it out because it's got so many pieces connecting to it. It's also got Ted's girlfriend voice acting in it, if you've watched Scrubs. If you watch Cougar Town, you know what happens to a relationship, and it's sad. Bow 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 mano mano bow 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 wow 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 wow. Yeah, that sticks there. Dilute us. Dilute us. I need to customize my random orc boys though, to like make them feel more looty. Because none of them really are lootery at the moment. Like this guy's got a heavy bolter on him. That's cool. Maybe I should like find some random armor pieces to attach between them so it looks more bolted and welded on. What else is there to put like on top of him? Na 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 na. Okay, when we glue this to there. Yeah, random panel. Cupcake. No, my cat. I mean, I'm not a cat. I'm just a cupcake that looks like a cat. Bruh, 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 bruh. Look at this guy. Oh yeah, he's trying to give me like flip people off, but he's got a big old chainsaw hand, so he's shooting at the same time. Nah, kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat. Smelly cat, what have they done to you? Smelly cat, it's not your fault. Cat, I'm a kitty cat. I go meow, 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 meow. Cat, I'm a kitty cat.
Cat meow, meow, meow.
Yeah. Okay, if I do this over the two of them, that works. I just need to cut off this bit of sprue though. There we go. And maybe a bit here too. Yeah. And if that goes like over two of them like this. Oh, that makes them feel much more bolted together. Or maybe even like that. Nah. Lengthways, way better. There's also a load of cool spare bits for like this type of conversion bolting things on. This looks like it'd be really fun to make conversions with. Do 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 do. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Okay, we then take this little piece here. I'm gonna like try to see if I can attach it somewhere on this bolt gun, this heavy bolter. I think if I cut off this little thing here, this oh, what's it called? The thing you pull back when you've added in a new cartridge to load first round. Or to eject a round if it's not ejected properly. A shell. Yeah, attach that makes it look more archy. Oh no, 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 yuck. Oh, I love this kit. Mega knobs are fun. Although for a lot of the 40k arc models feel very outdated, including the mega knobs. And for arc boys, I feel like they need to get a new squad of boys that's basically just an updated version of the current boys kit. Just because they need it. Because the Arc Boys, for Arc Looters, and the Burner Boys, especially those models, not for Commandos, not for New Boys kits, and not any of the Beast Snagger or Hiccup connected kits. They all have really show for age now. The Stomper's fine. I mean, it could really do with an update to its instructions and how it glues together, maybe, from what I've heard. The Battle Wagon is fine. Although it's very expensive for its points value. And the truck is fine. I only got all the Arc Buggies. Obviously, they're fine because they're newer models. But it's just for looters, burners, and arc boys. Actually, wait. And the Mega Knobs kit, to be honest, doesn't feel that. Honestly, it's a very fun kit because it's got loads of cool bits to do the conversions with. But again, it feels very old design of orcs. Like, they feel quite small for Mega Knobs. I mean, to be fair, for Orc of Sigma orcs, that's the main thing. Like, you got these cool orc boys, and they're super cool. Well, then you just look at the Age of Sigmar ones, and it's like... It's no surprise that people are turning these into converted orc boy, into orc Mega Knobs. It's like, there's 5 of them for 40 quid, and they are they're on the same size basis. They are bigger models in total than a Mega Knob. They look just as armoured and big. You only got the Mega War Boss, who's on a, is it a 50 or 60mm base? 60mm round base, so he's actually bigger than a War Boss in Mega Armor. Like, that's a 60mm base. I mean, actually, you could probably put him on a 50mm base and it'd fit rather well. Compared to the Orcs and this guy, the Orc War Boss in Mega Armor, who was on a 50mm round base, that's 10mm smaller. So it's kind of similar size, but the other guy does feel bigger. Oh yeah, the Storm Boys. The Storm Boys have not been updated in... Or maybe they have. Maybe those on... You know, they are newer models, aren't they? Do the sprues have numbers on them? Actually, there's so many empty spots in that sprue, it mustn't be that new. I never had Storm Boys, so I don't really remember them that well. But yeah... I feel like, yeah, your normal orc boys feel a bit too small, a bit too twerking. Their butt's always sticking out as far as possible. You can see the age of a sprue. And that pain boy here, is that a plastic model? It is plastic, okay. Yeah. Oh no, that must be a newer model. It must be based on an old metal model, Focus. That looks very similar to an old metal model. Is this just a plastic kit? Yeah. Yeah, it's just compare the Mega Knobs to those other guys. It's like, yeah. I mean, the Flash kits are really cool models. They don't need updating. Gorkanauts are nice. Stomper is still very nice. Big Mech's very nice model. Wrecker Team's really nice. I definitely want one of them. Death Dread, still a very nice model. Burner Boys are nicer looking models. They still got the same issue of a butt saw sticking out. Like they got the twerking booty. Same with the Luctus. That's nice, but I do wish it was in plastic. Oh, it's such a good model. Weird Boy is quite an old model. Is that plastic? Because I swear that used to be a resin model. Yeah, it's a resin cast model. I think it was metal before then. This Shock Attack gun model, I think, is an updated version, because I think when they originally released it, it might have been metal. But maybe it was originally plastic. Still very nice model. Yeah, that looks like a more updated modern version of it. Mech guns are very nice. The Gretchen are also nice models. They don't feel too outdated. It would be nice if they had more customized options, but I can understand why if they don't have them. War bikes are also quite good models. These are more modern ones too. Although, oh gosh, you do have an issue with the sprues being a bit whitewashed here. Yeah, they are still nice models. Yeah, and this for battle for 75 quid though for the battle wagon, it's absolutely insane. It's not worth that many points. I can understand why it's 75 quid though. It's like, look how many sprues it has to it. And just how many bits. Like, it's got 2 full orcs on it. But you don't even need to include on the model. So you could just get some bases and put them separate. You got the Gretchen, you got so many. It's got so many customization options as you'd want from an orc vehicle. Like, you got the crane, you got... lots of them can't exist at once. And a lot of ways you can build it, you wouldn't necessarily want to build it. Like, adding the big killer cannon reduces your... how many orcs you can have on board it. The having an hard case so it's got covered and not open at the back like the other one is, like this one is, means that your orcs can't shoot out the front. I don't think there's any reason not to have the death roller on it, mind you. Oh. These are nice models. I don't want them for my army because they don't really match it too well. Bone breaker, no cannon, loads of lads. Big old distraction Carnifex. Oh, it's true. But I mean, 75 quid for a single vehicle. That's not nice. It's like, even if you build this to be the most destructive it can be, it is still not that great. Like, let's go to new recruit. And go back to the orcs. War stink bag over here. Like, a battle wagon is 160 points. 160. Compare that to... Let's look, what else is like a 75 quid model? Or similar price. A Land Raider. A Land Raider is much cheaper. Let's just find a random Land Raider. Land Raider Redeemer, 71 quid. It's cheaper. It's cheaper. Again, it's around a similar size model. It's wider but not as long and not as tall. And it can have 2 different types of guns. It can have either these flamey guns on it or these shooty guns. You can have normal covers or you can have the grenade covers. You can have a multi-melter on top, or you can have heavy stubbers and all sorts. It's fun. Not heavy stubbers, storm bolters. It's also a relatively old kit. It's crazy that it's so expensive with how old it is. But you do get a lot of spare bits of it. But let's compare it. Where is it? Siege Force has a Land Raider, Redeemer and Crusader in it. You have 220 points. Or Redeemer, 285 points. So it can be built as a Crusader, which is only 220 points. It's a very good model though, very powerful. Or it can be built as a Redeemer, which is 120 points more, 125 points more than the Orc one, which is more expensive. Oh, and it's so crazy. But yeah, hard case add 2s to your toughness characteristic, but no longer has firing deck. So you go from toughness 10 to toughness 12. which is okay. But no one can fire out from the top of it. Ramshackle but rugged. Each time an attack is allocated to this model, worsen for armor penetration characteristic by 1, but it only has a 3+ save. And it's got a 6+ invulnerable save, which is nice. It can transport generally 22 orc infantry, but if it's got a kill cannon, it goes down to 12 orcs. And if it's equipped with and Gasgul Fiker can't use a transport if it's got an hard case, cannon, killer cannon, or sap gun. Oh gosh. It's absolutely insane model. It's got quite a bit of firepower, but as you can see, most of it's quite inaccurate. Doesn't even have a lot of damage output on them. Does have extra. It is a surprisingly good vehicle in close combat though. It gets 6 strength 9 AP -1 damage 2 attacks from its death roller. And then it gets 1 extra attack at strength 10 with no AP at damage D6. It hits on freeze by the way with everything but the wrecking ball. And it gets 2 extra attacks at strength 8 AP -2 damage 2. So it's surprisingly good in melee for a tracked wheeled vehicle. That's a cool thing about it. It's just like, if we compare it to the Redeemer though. Where is the Redeemer? Siege Force. Look at the Redeemer. It's got a multi-mounter, gives you 2 strength 9 AP -4 D6 hits. It can have a hunter killer missile, has a stormbolt, has twin assault cannons, has 2 flame star cannons. Can transport 14 people. You can assault from it at the same time it made a normal move that turn and still do a charge. No, you can do a charge even if it moved that turn when you disembarked from it. It's not as good in combat, but it actually has a pretty surprisingly decent melee profile for a vehicle. It starts at toughness 12, has AP 2, has 16 wounds, 12-inch movement. Oh, it's ridiculous. And it can actually benefit from your army kit rule, whereas your other vehicles... Your battle wagon doesn't really benefit from your army rule. The other thing is not many detachments really benefit battle wagons. Your Death Dread detachment only benefits walkers. Your mob boys only really benefit boys. Your big guns guys only benefit knobs and mega knobs. Your tactical brigade only affects infantry. And your more Daka mostly affects, again, infantry and walkers. It's... I guess with a +1 attacks, that could get pretty dangerous with a war. But still... I don't know. It just feels ridiculous that such a cheap model in terms of points is just so overly expensive in terms of money. And for both such old models, like this model is decades old. It's like 20 years old, maybe it's 25 years old. When did it come out? 2000? Did it come out before the 2000s? Like, a lot of the old models that are still around today are generally relatively well priced compared to the more modern models. Like, your tactical squad is £3 cheaper than your intercessor squads, but it's got a lot more customization options on them. And it's not even that old of a squad because Rutherton weapons, which these guys can have, are relatively new weapons. Relatively new. Then you look at Old World and just how cheap their models are by comparison. But I think that's partly because they also just want to bring more people to Old World. If I even look at the orcs and you compare the newer box of boys that has nowhere near as many sprues or spare parts in it, 34 quid, to your box of the old orc boys that have 11 models in with loads of spare parts and loads of customizability, only 28 quid. It's like, yeah, you can see old models generally are cheaper. I don't know. Anyway, I need to go now because I've been yapping and complaining for too long. I apologize for complaining so much at the very end there. So we built in the end only 2 mega knobs. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I yapped too much. The yap took over. Don't forget to like the stream if you've not liked it already. Oh, look at him with his Eldari weapon. And look at them with his Eldari weapon on top. Oh! Big Mac. Do. Big Mac. Big Mac. The Venom Crawler actually looks quite large next to these guys. Look how large it actually looks. Like I feel like Mega Knob should be the size of Obliterators. Where are they? Where are they? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, this is your Obliterator, right? Next to a Mega Knob. And oh, thanks Douglas as well for all this apart. And like compare it to like the Mega War Boss. It's like the Obliterator is the size of a War Boss in Mega Armor. But I feel like a Mega Knob should be the size of the Obliterator. And I feel like a War Boss in Mega Armor should be like significantly bigger. Especially with how tough orcs are now. Like toughness 5 basic boys, toughness 6 on these Mega Knobs, which makes them as tough as Graphis Marines and tougher than Terminators, and it's like they should be this big. And we could compare it to a Terminator quickly actually. Like, there needs to be a model reason for orcs to be as big and tough as they are. So this is a Chaos Terminator, which is about the same size Terminators used to be. Compare it to a Mega Knob, and you can kind of see, yeah, the Mega Knob is a roughly the size you'd expect compared to a Space Marine Terminator. Maybe still a bit on the small side. Compare them to a Death Shroud, that's a bit bigger than your average average Terminator foe. And suddenly the Orc Mega Knobs start feeling a bit small. Which maybe, yeah, in old lore that would be quite accurate, but in the new lore where Orcs are really, really tough and big and, you know, hard to kill, it doesn't feel quite accurate that a Mega Knob, which is one of the scariest, biggest orcs you can come across, that short of a War Boss, would be this small. And then compare it to a Primaris Space Marine, and suddenly a Mega Knob just feels like an absolute pushover when you look at the models next to one another. Primaris Space Marine's taller, it's wider, it's girthier, or maybe not quite as thick, not as big as booty as this. But still, it barely feels like the Orc should be able to put up any fight against this Terminator looking model to model. And it's like, eh. I mean, a obliterator is much bigger than a terminator, which you'd expect. They're meant to be. They're possessed by a demon, multiple demons even, and full of weapons. Like in universe, obviously orcs can be different sizes depending on how long they've been fighting and winning, but still, yeah. And it just sucks even more when you just look at the Age of Sigmar orcs and think, yeah, that's how the 40k orc should be right now. Some people are theorising that in 11th edition, which might be coming next year, the year after, for orcs will get a range refit and like be the big bad replacing the Tyranids. Which would make sense. But nice to see. I don't know if in a 10th edition yet they've had a... I mean, it would be difficult because you can't just like... I don't know. I mean, maybe another kill team for orcs where it's an orc boys squad and it has enough bits to build them as looters or burner boys or just normal orc boys. And that would fix 3 of the kits at once. But I don't think they would want to release a set with just that many spare guns and pieces in it. I mean, they could release a looter burner boy kill team, I guess. That could replace the looters and burner boys. That doesn't fit. I don't know. They really need a full range refresh. Especially for the mega knobs. I feel like the orc knobs are roughly a correct size right now. Just the mega knobs. Like, do I have my other orc? Here we go. Like, this is a normal orc knob right now. Compared to a mega knob. And it's like, you can see the design, how the design's changed since this model came out. This is a much newer modern model. And it's like, it's got a smaller head. But overall it's taller. Oh, just as tall in the end. And just as big. It's like, yeah. Definitely need some changes. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Thanks for coming to the stream. If you've not liked the stream already, please like. Sorry for complaining so much. Oh, but no, it's just, I do find it fun just to compare the minis to one another. And like, yeah, this is how the design's changing. Oh, no, it just makes me want them to get more of a range refresh. Although, actually, Dark Eldar, they've not had much new stuff for a very long time. But the kits that they do have are just so good anyway. They don't need new stuff, it's too good. But thank you everybody, love you all, and remember to work hard, play harder, take care of yourself and be kind to others and vice versa, because that's important. Remember to, oops, don't knock over models. Eat good food, sleep well, dream of cupcakes, but don't eat cupcakes as a friend, not food, you silly billies. Bye bye, love you all.